1691 radio.
1691.
493 North Highland on the 45. What's the remark?
I requested an officer reference to his wife being assaulted earlier, and her 3 dogs were taken. I'm assuming this is the lady that was with the puppies earlier that was bleeding.
There was a charging station yesterday, but I went to the truck. I don't know.
What unit did you had out there? Wasn't it,
So I bought a portable charger that was
12?
supposed to be all the way charged, and it wasn't. You know, of course.
639 the radio. What's the remarks on that call?
Again, use the ecology tent. You can come and get trash bags.
The caller is requesting an officer to come out reference to his wife being assaulted earlier in the evening, and her 3 dogs were taken.
He's been pissed for 2 days.
Okay, his wife was
Luckily, my charger's
taken
still charging.
to the hospital, and the dogs were given to the shop owners over there. Lucina had that call.
Are there any socks anywhere you can see? Yeah.
She wasn't assaulted. Let me see. If you want to give me a number, I can try to call them. Mercy, this callback is 404-384-7445. 404-384-7445, and that's Philip Victor.
Someone donated a pair of shoes. Sheet music. That's a good one. Clarinet.
Radio, can you find out what hospital she was transferred to 42?
There you go, Zach. Piano music.
Was 613.
Church.
The nation of CHOP is nearly a week old now, and yet still...
Weird. Something just popped up on the show. Did anybody hear that on my phone? It was a video that I was watching earlier. Out of nowhere. Fox.
Please say 91 radio.
91.
180 Jackson. Can you get us 99, please?
Let's see, Sarah. Rising 69.
Yeah.
See this? And then look. This store is open.
Northeast, apartment 2503.
This restaurant's open right across from it. Smells delicious, by the way. Ooh. Oh, and by the way, I went down to the harbor today. People sell these for $10. These bouquets downtown, $10 a piece.
1078-404-695. 1078.
Peonies and poppies. Beautiful. Here they're selling them for $15. Down at the river, the inlet there, 10. I just want to give a big up to another schoolie over there. That's what color mine will be. It doesn't die. Let's see. Let's go down to the other side. Oh yeah, here's this art.
639. He's with his wife right now, so I just talked to him. I got it. I'm taking care of it. I'm sorry I didn't tell you
There's
that.
the field where they have all the
thank you.
sit-ins. And people can freely drive through this neighborhood here. And it looks like they just closed that off.
Is that case number the last
Oh, no, that was myself
40619?
earlier. I'm one street down. I'm not used to it.
It's 0899, 0899.
That's an oldie but goodie.
Give me the whole case number. Sorry.
It's 20170-0899.
Bobs. They smell delectable.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh no, that's not very nice. That's some idiot. That's not what people are reflecting here. That's for sure. It's a little talk area. People can sit and have discussions. It's probably where I'll see if anybody wants to be interviewed later. I'm not sure yet. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Once it's in that section. Let's see what this says. If that ain't the truth. Right there, that one. Everybody's keeping that one.
Yeah, I know. He's a man-handed, bro.
Bro, no, that's a bad.
That was interesting. This is reality. Those medics earlier that I was videotaping the interview. It's the one that held her body until she died. And the head medics, the docs that shit up. You can watch the interview. Hopefully everybody was able to hear it.
All day, every day. All day.
Have you told anybody else about that? Unfortunately, we can't stop this from coming back in. We are trying to protect them. Security is trying to. There's literally 2 guys watching as we speak. Again, the medic tent is a safe place. Also, you see in the field, you see the blue tent with the white barrier? That's our other safe side. Go to them and see us help.
And so that girl was telling the medic that there's a guy that's been doing things that isn't good. 2 guys, and she described them. So they have security following him around, watching him. They have a tail on him, and he was letting her know that the medic station is a safe station and that there's 2 different points. I'm not going to point them out because it's not important to the ones that are home right now. They started the ones here. But there's different safe zones and stuff. If something's happening, you immediately go to the... Damn, that's freaking dangerous, or what? Almost stabbed through my Nike. Anyway, so I guess we could put a point on it if there was a question of how are people being protected here without the police, medics. So far, I'm going to make their whole talking to them. Volunteer security to keep, keep an eye on things, and sorry, the trails are messing with me, guys. I can't think straight. Here's a place that's open right in the middle of everything. They do have graffiti on their building. That does suck. It looks like they have a security guard in there, which is, I don't know, this is a guy in a leather jacket. Let's see. Let's check it out, shall we? Okay. Hey, you're welcome.
639, can you raise 604?
Hi.
1604.
Go for 1604.
Smells delicious. This might be where I eat today, I'm not sure. So, damn, I love Mexican food. Smells so darn delish. So I'm not going to put it on blast, but
3639, go ahead for 604.
people there helping,
Standing by
volunteering,
with
doctors,
3 plugs.
nurses, EMTs, paramedics. If food donations are accepting monetary donations, change. Just in case, keep people safe. They said they're treating a lot of ODs. A lot of the homeless people are coming around. And that's what's happening. Here and there.
Can you readvise?
Standing by waiting on animal control.
Security guard, it looks like right there.
That's a negative.
If at any point in time you guys can't see the feed or you can't
Clear
hear it,
that,
please let me know in the
call
comments
a while
below.
ago.
The animal control pick up the dog.
I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, I was advised by 2613. They came. By the time I got there, they came and they picked up the dog for it.
Thing about
Check
demos.
something.
Yeah, sure. These guys, again, trying to sell their demo to me. Think about demos. Sure, they cost you money, but you're supposed to just hand them out. If somebody says, I don't have any money, but they're curious about the demo, you give them the fucking demo. So they're hassling people and they've been punched in the face.
Oh, everything.
017. 1605, sorry for dispute, 814 Mercer Street, Southeast, 814 Mercer Street, Southeast.
You can do it.
The caller's advising the ex-girlfriend,
There's a lot of
black
spins.
female, knocking at the door and trying to come in. Unknown weapons, unknown clothing.
Hey, Zach. What they're doing for food, I'll show you. A lot of people are cooking food and handing it out. There's a lot of food tents, a whole lot of food tents. People, businesses are coming. I saw a huge, giant garbage bag full of fresh bagels. Somebody made up several trays of s'mores in cups. There's fresh fruit. They have medical. There's all kinds of hygiene. There's one of the tents over there.
There's
fresh food being cooked. That tent, it's all free. That tent, it's all donated, I should say. There's a medical tent. There's a two phone charging stations. So everybody, there's water everywhere. Oh yeah, look, Zach. They were handing out a bunch of these. So I finally, it's good water. And I didn't have to sign a contract.
It's at the Z Package Store, black male, white t-shirt, blue jeans, or seasonally from the outside location. See the caller inside the store.
For those tuning in, if you didn't read, I mean, so far, it seems quite sustainable. It seems like a lot of the tent residents are a lot of homeless people that have come in, and there's a lot of hippie vans and stuff like that. As far as being sustainable for X amount of time, I would say they are, because they're getting so many donations coming in. I mean, I know, I'm pretty sure they talked to the people that own the field, or it's a city one, because the people yesterday were saying that
49 Boulevard Southeast, 49 Boulevard Southeast, apartment 448.
I believe it's in my video yesterday, what one of the organizers was saying about the field.
I'm requesting to speak with an officer in reference to an incident that occurred.
Leave one, take one with clothing.
Another neighboring area earlier today.
But, and now I'll show you guys the tent city.
In 3603 Baker.
Tree on it, anybody?
Yeah, cover that.
None. I haven't seen one weapon in the 2 days I've been here. Security, I saw there's a few people that have security written on them. I know that there's undercovers. From what the head medics say, they have some undercover cops that have been watching the medic tent. They don't know why. I haven't seen one gun.
3603 Baker,
I saw some people in,
3603
jackets, just military issue jackets, but or vests. They didn't have any weapons.
Come on me.
There's no, I mean, you can walk right in and walk right out. I've never once been stopped. Never once been asked anything like, see, look, here's vegetables. The only thing I've been asked not to video is the meeting over there. They're having an organizers meeting and going over a lot of things since the police department's union was defunded in the way of the fact that they had a lot of unions in the area drop the funding towards the police. And they're asking them, the funding that were dropped, to be rerouted to mental services, health services. I'll show you the sign again. Here it is again. Their union was defunded successfully, I guess, last night, they were saying. I don't know what from there. Oh, they said as far as safety and stuff, they do have social workers and everything, that if there is an incident, medics have been calling social services in to deal with the appropriate parts of what they've been needing to deal with. There's people there probably walking around giving out pizza. Most likely. Yes, please.
You were the one that went and got all the water for the guy.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We got pizza for giving someone water. Sweet. Oh, straight up tastes like some Pizza Joe's here, guys. On the ground here is the giant Black Lives Matter painting. Does anybody have any other questions or something I can show you? Not one, Zach. Well, actually, the only thing I did see, believe it or not, believe it or not, I was going to say, besides, I saw a couple people, like, up at the tent city tweaked out, but
Can you review this
they
driving
could have mental issue, who knows? It's
32420?
not for me to say. Was actually when I got here, there was a CNN reporter, I think she was from CNN. She was standing in the middle of the road down here, a road that a UPS had just gone down, and other cars had gone down. She was standing, and I was standing behind her videotaping her for your interview, and a car was coming, and she stood right in the roadway, and the car was beeping, move, and she stood in the middle of the road and would not let the car go past. So this kid got pissed off and, why don't you move? And then he started saying stupid shit, pissed off the reporter, and they stomped off. But I have it all on tape. So, I mean, perimeter security, I saw a guy with a cone that when a car would come drive through a heavily populated area up there, he would move the cone and just tell him to go slow, please. There's a speed bump up there, just to keep all the people that are around safe so people don't go flying through, because there's kids and families. As far as saying like a solid, like actual perimeter security, it doesn't exist. If it does, it's not visible, and they're not stopping anybody. I'll do let's do a loop around the block. I mean, there's a legal spectator, it says on her vest. She's apparently from it says legal observer from National Legal. Let's check it out, huh? Let's look for security, Zach. Yes. And as far as medical, they have medics taking care of everything people need. And they set up places if somebody does need medically shipped out. They set up rendezvous points that are supposed to be used. Breonna Taylor was fatally wounded. They had set up a spot and they refused to come. Another spot and they didn't come, so she should really succumb to her injuries because of false locations being given. I did interviews with the head medics earlier, so hopefully everybody was able to hear it, but when I post it, you'll be able to fast forward and watch the full interviews with the paramedics that were on duty that night, and the doctor also that was in the car with them when they were transporting Breonna Taylor.
Right now, people like me, I'm still the people, but I have a voice too. Why can't my voice be heard by them? Why can't they listen to what I gotta say? Although I'm young, I'm only 21. Alright. Am I not smart enough? I'm definitely smart enough.
I'm guessing this is security, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's the security, Zach. If I had to guess. Look at all his freaking air fresheners. Huh? There's one of the labeled ones. I just heard that car right there say they're following that one car that just went through. They're following the kid now. I'm kind of curious.
3603 Adam.
Check it out, huh?
26,
So I don't know if
you got a
that
gate
car is
code
police,
and the
because they've
apartment
been
number.
staking out down by the medic station. But my guess is they're going to get behind this guy maybe. Or they're going to check him out as they pull up. I don't know. I don't know who it was, but they're tailing somebody. I don't know. Let's keep going. That's the barrier. I guess that's security. The one? I swear the one's a medic. Dang, that was good pizza. So, anybody want to start a fund to keep me out here longer to keep covering this? It'd be fun. There's a march tonight at 7. I think I'm gonna go ahead and attend that. What's coming up here soon? It'll be in the daytime. Mama says I got running feet. This is right outside.
1605 radio.
1605.
Stores are open.
I'm 26.
To the West Precinct. The march is going to the West Precinct. Look at the puppy, Zach. Look at the puppy. Ooh, look at those instruments. Go, girl. Get it? Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Nope, sorry. There are recycling cans everywhere here. Takeout tequila. Tres cerveza.
1604 radio.
1604.
1604 radio. 26.
That was 26.
Huh, what's this? Good. I know you want that wig, Zach. Nah, that's what you want. You should wear that for Halloween. That would be hilarious. Here's some more. Fall is beautiful, baby. Look how sustainable this place is. Everybody has gardens on their roofs. It's beautiful. Hi, Karen. Alright. Let's walk up to the top again. Some more art. Does anybody have any questions for me that I can try to answer? There's a lot more is answered if you'll watch it after this is published. So those just tuning in, I'm in Seattle, Washington, the CHOP zone, right outside. This is just 1 block over. There's little damn bugs everywhere. It's gross. Oh, about the labor unions. I remember what the one guy said, that the reason that they're trying to abolish the police from the labor union is because when you do something bad, you should be fired for it, and that needs to be put on a permanent record. So if you go to another police station, you can't just get a job. You know what I mean? So, like, say, like the one guy was saying, say the Legion, say I do something bad, I get in trouble, you know, if I steal, you know, it gets put on a record, you know. It's going to be hard for me to get another job because people are going to know I'm a thief. I'm just example, I'm not, but example. And 4 hours. Thanks, Zach. Yeah, right, I remember I was watching. And so they want any large things like that to be put on a record. So you're out there doing things wrong, regardless of who you're doing it to. That needs to be, so you can't be a police officer, you can just go to another precinct and, you know, that's what they were, that's why they're trying to get the police out of the union here. It is hard to get fired from a union, just saying.
Adam, I'm on Chamberlain Street at that entrance.
Excuse me. It doesn't say how long this has been on. Do you know, Zach? Does it say on your end? Oh, kiss my ass. Take that off of there. You better delete that shit right now.
Oh, 3 Adam, can you go to the gate near the garage?
I heard that one.
You're a turd. Watch the news pick this up because I got that CNN lady on there not moving, and they're gonna see that. I'll kick your butt. Oh look, here's another thing. Walk right in. Oh, they got a lost and found over there. There's another station for food and stuff. There's another medic tent, or another essentials tent, not medic. Okay, thank you, Zach.
I'm not the gate. Is she waiting in the vehicle or?
See?
Another lost and found.
This
is where you can get art supplies over here.
Okay, bye.
Which the one that says something about Whitey. I think I might. Here, what if I go over and paint over that sucker? So it's not very nice, is it? I think I'm gonna go fix that Whitey sign. That's just not kind. So in a half hour, there's going to be a march to the West Precinct. I'm going to follow that one. I didn't follow the one last night. It was late and it was getting dark. Today I will for this one, since I'll be leaving tomorrow.
Because that's not fair.
So I remember seeing a poll. I don't remember what news station it was on, but there was a poll saying what people should do to this place in order to hurt them and get them out. And I think the choices
Better off
were
just getting out.
shut off all the electric, which is stupid. All the businesses are running here. All the people are living in the buildings. They can't just shut off the electric. It doesn't make sense. I don't recall what the other one was, but it was also equally ridiculous. We are. Relax, relax. I'm painting over a shit painting that somebody did. It's absolutely ignorant. We are. Don't worry. Right there. That one. Not very fucking nice, is it? Kids don't need to be walking through here seeing that jump scare.
He seems to be very talkative. He or she, hard to tell. And now the door is closed again.
Not what this is about.
So yeah,
this
it's
hate
just
right
a cat and mouse standoff here.
I'm gonna kick your phone. No, it's there for everybody. It's not stealing if it's there for everybody. That's for sure. Not kind. Doesn't need to look nice, just doesn't need to be there. Yeah, well, I was sick of hearing from the news all the, lies and everything, so I decided to get a plane ticket and come out and show what's really going on, like as far as, I watched the thing on Tucker Carlson made of, oh my God, I'll post it on the thing, how ridiculous it is. Just saying, he was like showing some of the tweaked out homeless people, and they had this really horrible music to it, and it's like that's what people are believing. People think that that's what's going on here. That is absolutely 100% not the case. I'll be done painting this over soon. It said fuck Whitey on it, which I'm certain that the people here do not agree with shit like this, for sure. They've been saying it. They said it at the sit-in yesterday. That is not what's going on here, so fixing it real quick. Here we go.
We're in Encino, in an alleyway just off of Oak Park Court. 3 words.
Say it anymore, does it?
Oak
Ooh,
Park
man, it makes me want to go up and get more paint. I really like that.
Ventura.
Look how pretty.
Well, the radio coming up 26.
All right.
Number 26. Radio wave 3603 Baker.
All right, there. Doesn't say it anymore.
Check fireworks. 98
This is what good people do. They return stuff.
Drive southeast.
No, it isn't.
Catalina,
That's what
Butler
you
Park.
just said, Jack.
They're all totally Christian. There's all different races here. It's very, very mixed city. It reminds me of San Francisco, actually.
Adam, you show me around with her for me and
Only less
Coco.
flamboyant.
I see.
Oh, you mean because that's why they wrote that on there, just to be mixed or something? I don't know.
1605.
Yeah, most likely. They said,
I'm pissed at the guy earlier. I was going to ask for an interview with the lady from CNN, and the guy pissed her off.
They could talk to the person.
Oh, it was Brock's idea?
Okay, right.
Last one. Yeah, I thought that said something about Harambe or whatever. For those of you tuning in, I'm at CHOP, Seattle, Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
Clean up the trash. Ta-da! No more blue. Smurfing it up.
Earthquake magnitude 3.2. Island of Hawaii, Hawaii. 6 minutes ago.
Alright, so the march is going to start here in about 23 minutes. So everybody knows what I'm going to do is
Exactly.
play football.
There you go. Young
There's a lot of
kids.
people playing football. Probably just
Gotta
walk
put
around,
it
eat
on
food, and
the
play football.
social media.
Hand out flyers. People riding bikes. Damn. Now, see, oh, I just targeted myself. I got paint on me. I gotta go wash this shit off. Oops. Watch, something's gonna happen at the freaking protest. They're gonna be like, you spray painted a wall, which is untrue. I would not do that. These barriers, I guess, the people, the artists put up the wood on them or something, but it's not very good when it says fuck waiters erased. It's not the message here. So this is the CHOP zone, Capitol Hill, everybody.
Fisher Road Southeast,
Dirty dog
1940.
stand.
Fisher Road Southeast,
Gross.
64 Charlie.
Shut up, Zach.
Caller advising he's in a
Oh,
dispute with the roommate.
Where's the restrooms? I'm not going up by the
Sorry,
tent.
don't do nothing to stop the call. The caller's been waiting at a gray Fiat near the leasing office.
Crap, there was a sign yesterday of where all the restrooms are. Son of a monkey. Oh,
1604 right now.
oh yeah, there was a couple businesses that said restrooms are open to the public.
1604 radio. I'll be looking for 1605. Could you show us around with the 1604?
Let's see.
Can't be any worse than using a restroom at the festival with the ledges during a party weekend. So. And there it was.
1605.
Yeah, I can swing a
This caller has
paintbrush
been
around.
verbal. Can you change it to a 39 on a 29?
They don't have any hats that say Chaz. There's just
Pull it in
t-shirts.
real close.
It's not even called Chaz. It's called
Have a
CHOP. I guess it's changed because it's not an. I don't know, but it's changed. If I see one that says Chaz, I will.
1605. Happy hit and run. Custer Avenue Southeast and Moreland Avenue. Custer Avenue and Moreland Avenue. Caller, be in a gray Mercedes-Benz white Nissan Murano with no tag.
Whack, whack, crack attack.
Left location
Another school.
Vehicles and T traffic to have EMS around as well.
Station of have. Is the vehicle immovable?
No call doesn't advise.
Smells like ramen noodles up in here. All right, people. The
last he
protest
advised
starts
he
in
was
19
on
minutes.
Custer Avenue
Don't
Park
go anywhere. I'm putting you on
Churches
pause
and
because I
CVS.
have to use the restroom. Figure out how to do this. I'll be back. Okay. Wow, look how many people I lost. Went from 60 to 14. Well, you have to use the bathroom. You have to use the freaking bathroom, turds. Jeez. Get all angry. Holy crap, everybody's leaving. Girls gotta use the restroom. Jeez.
I'm living the way I'm living for 55 years. Not going to change.
Silly.
Fixing good lunch for you.
Look, everybody freaking
Fixing
out. Who put all the mad faces on there? When I
That's all.
use the restroom. For everybody that's still here or anybody that's coming on, I'm at the Chop Zone in Seattle, Washington. Gardens are starting to pop up in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the fields. There's Tent City. A lot of, looks like fruit.
Three, Adam Adventure, we're 26. We're still canvassing the area. We don't see anything so far though.
I wish I could stay here one more day for the Juneteenth. But the deal I got on the ticket would not let me afford it. It was pretty cheap. That's gonna be pretty. Share this video. The march starts in 14 minutes, so share. I don't want to make this trip for nothing. Let's get everybody to see what the news is not posting, you know what I mean? All the crap that they're spreading. So.
Gonna be a dispute
I'm guessing this probably
over a
lawyers want to
refund
do like
to Airbnb.
their part, probably watching for anything. Well, you know, for some money. You never know.
Some
Sorry, give me a
callers
second. I know the thing's
incident
all
one
jiggly.
advising
Trying to get something.
that the owner's not giving the refund. That caller stuff like white t-shirt, like tees, and I guess the other caller might be the owner blocking the driveway in a white vehicle.
That is the prettiest puppy ever. Look at that puppy. Hydrated too. Hi, Zach. I lost like half of my people when I paused it just to take a pee. Oh, wish I would have caught. Damn, we fell hard. Ouch. Oh, rollerblading's back. Dang, let's watch again. Dude bit it so hard he's gotta go sit down. You just want the dog, Zach. There's another Zog. Doggies! I just can't believe how bad that guy bit it earlier. God, I wish I would have got that on tape. Ouch. Share the video, people. Looks like it's getting busier on the field a little bit. Surprised at how clean it is here, Zach. Yeah. Shut up, Zach. Yay.
These schools get $7 to fill, and all of the people go.
Nice cane. That is thank you so much. Okay.
36 Oak-Ridgeview Radio was code 6 and 12 on that.
I was just
26 on the supervisor request at
You know what, Zach?
49.
Actually, you're not getting a chalk hat, even if I find one now. I'll get you a piece of that dog turd that was laying back there, though.
1612.
Here's the emotional support tent.
I was going to say.
That's cool. The mental health tent. I didn't even notice that. Where you'll find mental health support inside. Yesterday during the sit-in, there was a person, say the opposite of AA, you know, but of substance abuse counseling, and they had a big group going. They grabbed some people, you know, and said safe, you know. So they also had substance abuse counseling yesterday here. There's a few people using it for a couple different platforms from what I've seen. It's not just one.
3603
Yep.
Beater Radio. Do you
There's your
have the
gift,
caller
Zach.
at 59
Wear
at
that
the
on your
same
head.
location that she met with 03A at?
I see.
Famous. Black Lives Matter. And these artists did a great job, actually.
Last and rid that.
From an art point of view, the lines are really tight, that's all.
Last and
Most
rid
people
that.
have been selling food. They're probably, I think they're from the Rancho Bravo place too, but the place is open. Here's a food station again, somebody set up. There's the chopped legal desk that I was at earlier.
203B. So if you are not able to, come upstairs.
Radio, I'm not going in her house. I said she could step out to the garage. You know, she said I'm outside of this gated area. We can't even get into that part of the building.
You'll have more time to see that whenever I publish the video. Well, there's a basketball hoop over there. There's another sport.
Radio.
Yes, the food is free, except for that stand over by the Rancho Bravo, because the store is open. You can go inside and get food, but they also have a stand on the outside. But everywhere else, the food is free. There's multiple stations. Let me guess this. Well, I mean, besides people just coming out and personally cooking, there's at least 6 food tents.
You can sell AMR.
There's
maybe
even more
34
water
on
tents,
scene.
which I'm gonna go grab one now. They're gonna be starting this march here soon, so people are starting to gather around a lot more. It's getting busier. I'm gonna go get a water. Oh, there is. This one's charging as well. It's the Dirty Dog stand. That's the other one. Seattle's best wings. Nice little wings. Really starting to see more people there, for sure. It's funny, there's a lot of people here with cameras, but every time I'm trying to like search this and get the videos and everything, I have not really come up very good with a lot of them, unfortunately. So I don't know if they're being blocked or what. There's a lot here.
Yeah, because it's not them who is making it. It's important. Really, all they don't even produce their own food. That's what they gotta start doing. Farming. Venezuela starts farming. A lot of desert, a lot of people.
Which dog? That dog? No. It's pretty though.
Go
ahead. Bye.
Thank you, Liquid Death.
Venezuela, they don't have the guy working the bar.
1605 here.
They have themselves.
1605.
So what I was saying is they need to be able to take
Also show AMR.
Is it really fuzzy and stuff?
M35.
Or you just being a jerk?
Copy AMR M35 on me.
aquaponics, getting themselves in a sustainable state. Really, what they're missing are medicines, of course.
Can I get one? Yeah, of course.
But really, they're just missing Nikes or cookies and the stuff that America provides or China provides.
Shooting the shooter, right?
Because it's difficult to get through.
Thank you. Shoot. That's not what he said. Interesting. All right, what time is it? 7 o'clock. They said they're supposed to be in March to the West Precinct. Oops, sorry, hi.
Earthquake magnitude 3.0. Island of Hawaii,
Zach, how long
Hawaii.
have I been on?
15 minutes ago.
Oh, that's your name. Yeah, okay.
Divided, not divided.
Thank you.
No KKK, no racist USA. No cops, no KKK.
camouflage, probably. Yeah, there hasn't been any dogs that have gotten petted since I got on here. I'm invested in the wheelchair guy sort. Okay.
There's no fire there.
I'm taking a picture and I'm just doing a live feed.
Probably spot, no, okay.
I'm just curious about your story.
I have 35.
I was still standing there taking a picture. Yeah. Yeah.
Because Maduro has control over Caracas. So the whole country is people on the outside of the Caracas don't want to believe that what's happening to Maduro is really happening, being sanctioned to death, which it really
Oh, look, stuff.
they were having medicines and lineups. Guess how much they pay for fuel? 50 cents. Less than 50 cents. Guess how much it is for electricity?
He's a native. This is his mother.
So some maps are about $6.
I mean, if somebody,
Hey,
okay.
you pay me on stand-ups?
I could agree with you. I personally know this person. So, I hang out with drug addicts all day. You think I'm
Really, what they're missing but really, they're just missing Nikes and stuff that America provides, or China provides. Because it's different.
Sure, yeah.
That's not what he said.
Give us?
292.
22?
26 I'm standing on that 12. I get on case on it.
What time is it? 7 o'clock.
Case number 20-170-1059. 1059.
To the West Precincts.
Hey, Cameron, tell him to get his butt out here.
Oops, sorry, hi. Zach, how long have I been on?
601. You can go for it if you're not okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You can already advise so forth.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
I can let you in my middle zipper pocket.
Okay, so this liquid death just tried to kill me. I think I've spit on like 5 people now. Oh my god, okay. They're unaffected. I'm going back.
Nobody else did anything except for you. You're white.
stuff. Right. This guy says get a
Go ahead.
Hey, that's the easy for the phone. We're having a
Number was 20170-1059. 20170-1059.
Do you guys remember Heather? That girl that we met at like the first couple, like of the second or third day? That girl Heather that was out marching with us. I was having a tough time, and that Clea talked to. You guys remember Heather? Whatever happened to Heather? Somebody needs to reach out to her. We haven't seen her in a while.
I could agree with you if this were a different situation. I personally know this person. So, I hang out with drug addicts all day. You think these people
So I guess this dude that has the hook, he wrote KKK on something earlier. He wrote KKK on something earlier, and this guy's calling him out, I guess.
Like I said, brother, I can talk it too. So far, I'm being polite. Shut the fuck up. Tell somebody else to shut the fuck up.
You don't own this shit. Nobody owns this shit. No, you said this is mine. I regulate it myself.
Okay, so this liquid death just tried to kill me. I think I spit on like 5 people now. Oh my god, okay. They're unaffected. Going back.
I'm gonna kick him out. Did you see how we kicked the police out? I'm just telling you guys we are here. I didn't see you.
People lined up every single day. Stop taking credit for what thousands of people are doing here doing, right? You're acting like it was you.
You know what our ass is kicked by the cops same as you. Every single one of us. It's a white boy.
Yes, I was, bro. I got tired there. My fucking leg is torn up and you're fucking blasting and exploding on my foot. Because it's not okay.
I can't kick someone out.
Says get it.
That's where we're at. Especially if I can't fucking get the guy from like that makes it bad.
And you're
And I was coming from a field.
Dude's gonna say something about the especially coming through the lightning. Lightning.
Middle Eastern. So I'm Middle Eastern. I'm Middle Eastern. If you're gonna discount his Middle
That's what we're trying to say. Anyone's gonna kick him out.
1601.
On board.
So I guess this dude that has the hook.
Criminal trespass.
Wrote KKK
1
on
Edgewood
something
Avenue,
earlier.
Northeast 400 Edgewood Avenue.
He wrote KKK on something earlier, and this guy's calling him out, I guess.
At the Exxon, call advising on black male, white shirt, black pants, trespassing outside the location.
He started.
I used to have to look at it on the vehicle stuff.
And because he took it over, they didn't take it with them. Because they didn't want to fight it.
I'm 2143 Peachtree Road, 2143 Peachtree Road, then without part 2015, dark gray, Lexus, California tag, 18, Mary Adam 191, 8AMA 191, occupied by 2 black males. Vehicle was taken at gunpoint from this location. One black male armed, no further comment.
Would you hurt that? Gave you good kitchens to do the same thing.
Chilling. Yeah. Taco smell. It's a taco smell. Breath butt smell.
As long as someone who's not trying.
Have a quesadilla. I'll take a quesadilla.
160526.
Give me a goddamn quesadilla.
You know about our asses kicked by the cops, same as you. Every single one of us. If we had it we'd be having one of if he were like, I don't think I've done that so many
Look at that. Wow. Holy fuck, my mom's got Hot Pockets at home? You were joking. You got me excited there for a minute. I love Hot Pockets. Well, this is Louisville, Kentucky, and LMPD is not high percentage minority officers and are actually pretty racist. I live in a predominantly black community, and I see it every day, just sitting on my front porch.
Every guy that's like running this stand here that he took over, there was somebody else's, but he took it over. So the other guy, the other people, they moved up there with their stand. They couldn't take the grill because this This dude's mad. This dude's mad because he doesn't want to hear anymore.
Hey,
Looks like we might be going to Barstown Road.
2315, when what happened? South 315, when what happened?
I'm not 1 mile away to Barstown Road.
Or something.
I ain't got a car.
It'll be in front of Green Wings, the silver F-150 and a gray.
Alright, so it looks like there's going to be some, maybe. There's going to be some heading Barstown. There's going to be some heading back downtown.
The party doesn't have the tag on their vehicle. The driver of the silver F-150 decided
So yeah, everybody's currently resting, getting water, getting snacks. Looks like, I assume most of the march is probably going to hit Barstown Road, but some people are going to be going back to the plaza. I can't check my messages while I'm live streaming, Thomas. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, come down to Urban and buy some shit.
What kind of racial slurs were they yelling?
$16.99.
Because I mean. And I imagine they are because they're angry that, you know, people that they perceive should be close with them are not willing to stand up and fight for the injustices that are perpetuated against them every day.
We're going down to Washington next to Pride, guys. Washington and 6. We're at Washington and 6. Did you sleep? Yeah, a little bit.
I've done that so many times.
I know we are big. I never seen you. I don't know who was part of the security. That's so that's the lead, they're not leaving, bro.
Video is 56:30.
What's going on with this is that this one guy over here wrote KKK, the guy that's at Nottingham's stand here that he took over there was somebody else.
Video is 56:38.
So the other guys, they moved it there, their stand just hooked up the rail because this dude, and this dude's mad because he doesn't want to hear
Radio rate is 56:38.
Where your folks live?
Receive.
So this guy overtook the stand and wouldn't stop. Whenever they had to move up here. So this guy, let me get the shade. Overtook the stand and wouldn't stop. So this guy here wrote some racist stuff on a board about KKK, screaming shit. This one guy got mad and called him out. And this guy had taken over the stand whenever the people were back up there. So they're up there operating without their grill because they can't get it back from when they get mad and called them out. So what they're going to do is they're going to pack everything up to the stand. And that's how they're going to deal with it. They're going to... But he's got a hook on a line in the grill. So that's what they're going to do. If you look in the grill, there's an ice... like a giant fishing tri-hook in the grill attached to a extension cord. If you look in the grill, there's an ice, like a giant fishing tri-hook in the grill attached to a extension cord.
Down there right now. Well, sure, okay. Families for Charlene Allows,
Aimlessly wrestling around in that cooler next to that hook doesn't make me comfortable. There's no reason to be in that cooler right now. Aimlessly wrestling around in that cooler next to that hook doesn't make me comfortable. There's no reason to be in that cooler right now. Yeah. Yes, just like that. As a matter of fact. Here, I'll show you. Yeah. Yes, just like that. As a matter of fact. Step in the right direction. We need to make sure that when we
Earthquake magnitude 3.0. Offshore Coquimbo, Chile. 13 minutes ago.
That's the only aggression I've seen here. This has been the biggest so far that I've seen here since yesterday to today. That's the only aggression I've seen here. Hopefully it looks like this dude's going to pack his shit up and leave. This has been the biggest shit so far that I've seen here since yesterday. And then he was saying, doesn't everybody have the right to do whatever they want here? And so hopefully it looks like this dude's going to pack his shit up and leave. That's how it's being handled. Which one? If they have radios, it looks like that's how it's being handled. Which one? If they have radios, it looks like somebody will eventually. Hate to see a good tampon go to waste. Somebody will eventually. Hate to see a good tampon go to waste. I got my camera. No, there's not been anything trying to expand. If anything, they want to. I've heard some people say that they want to try to downsize it. Whenever they had to move up there, there's not been anything. The tent city's pretty big. There's a lot of homeless up there. I've heard some people say it's not like crazy. I think all the stuff is done over there. Dude's packing up stuff. I have 100 people. I'll show you around. More looks like and exact. How much time do I have left? This guy is taking over the stand. Whatever packing up stuff back over there. I have 100 people. I'll show you around. Out their grill because they can't get it back. Exact. How much time do I have left? They're gonna pack everything up. So that's how they're gonna deal with it. There are these concrete barriers. They come down, but cars can drive on the other side of them. There is nobody saying that you can't come in. There's no warlord. That doesn't exist. Thank you, Zach. On the other side of them. Fishing tri-hook. Any security that I have seen, they don't seem to have any weapons on them. One guy looked to have a mandolin case. But you know how long that would take to get that out of the bag, open up that case? I don't know, that's the only thing I saw even closely resembling anything like that. But you know how long that would take to get that out of the bag, open up that case? Walkie-talkies. I know, that's the only thing I saw even closely resembling anything like that. We're just trying to, I would call them de-escalators, is what I would call it. Security, but they're very calm, trying to de-escalate. They did a really good job, and they actually handled it. I would call them de-escalators. So far, is what I would call it. Security, they're losing 13 people. Were very calm, trying to de-escalate. They did a really good job, and they actually handled it. So far. Losing 13 people, I guess they really wanted to see what happened to the grappling hook. Yeah. Yes, just like that. As a matter of fact.
No, Puerto Rico.
Art tent.
That's going to be on the class 1601 is on the, or the other one has the 10 or the
20. And you'll find that all over the place. There's mental health tents, there's medic tents, there's places to go if you need help. They've been having active social workers that come out if they need be. Once I publish this for everybody that's on, you'll see. And those wooden things, the barricades around the city. Well, I'll show you. That's the only aggression I've seen here. It's really not like, when they say 6 blocks, in my head, that I've seen here since yesterday to today, a way bigger area, and I thought of it being completely blocked off. It's not, I mean, you're still allowed to drive. There was a UPS driver coming down, delivering all the, packages, whatever. Everybody have the right to do whatever they want here. It's not, you can drive down the street, so that's how it's being handled. The stores, all these stores are open. Which one? If they're not, it's because of COVID. There's not windows busted out. The only bad thing is there's graffiti. Which sucks.
1601.
26.
26.
Somebody will eventually. These were the barricades, I think, before they were out here, and they did block off some of the streets, but now see a good tampon go to move them inward. That's what they are. They're just regular blocks like that, and they put wood around them to decorate them. And I believe, yes, that's what they used initially to cordon off more of an area. They'd actually already downsized. No, there's not been anything trying to expand. If anything, they want everybody's free to go, which is what it's been heard. Anyway. Some people say that they want to try to hopefully, when I publish this, if everybody that's on, you'll be able to. The tent city's pretty big. There's a lot of homeless up there. I was on an interview. It's not like crazy with the head medics that run around and do Taylor case that were actually with her around. So hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio on there from that. That's a good interview to watch. I want to say it was 2 hours in, but I can't be sure. You can never be sure. So, does anybody have any questions? Anywhere they like me to go? There are these concrete barriers. They come down, but cars can drive on the other side of them. Zach let me know that you can. Seems Facebook. There's no warlord. No, shut up, Zach. Thank you, Zach. Shut up. Just because it happened to you doesn't mean it happened to me. They don't seem to have any weapons on them. The guy was just one guy looked to have a mandolin case.
Yeah, they can check in audible alarm in the business 107
get that out of the bag, open up that case. I don't know, just whatever I was saying. I don't know, that's the only thing I saw even closely resembling anything like that. But everybody else pretty much just has walkie-talkies, backpacks. We're just trying to, I would call them de-escalators, is what I would call it. Security. We're very calm. As long as it takes. De-escalate. They did a really good job, and they actually handled it. Which I guess, I mean, they're getting pretty close to. They got a lot of the unions to losing 13 people. I guess they really wanted to see what happened to people that grappling hook. Fox shit is picking out and videotaping. You see, it's not all the other freaking, you know, it's not that. There's the Mandolin case. But it's not, that is what they're picking out. Do you guys see? All the news stations, really. I'm not going to, but, you know, well, mostly stupid Tucker Carlson are, calling you out on that video that I watched that was posted yesterday. Anything you might need, toothbrush, toothpaste, hair stuff, feminine stuff. That was ridiculous. Acting like if you come here, you're going to get shot in the face, which is ridiculous. Porta potties everywhere. Free food. The only way to really figure it out is hydrated water. Go. We're just sick of the back and forth with the news. And you'll find that all over the place. Out here. There's mental health tents. There's for myself. There's places to go if you need help. So, they've been having active social workers that come out if they need be. Once I publish this again, so everybody can see it.
1605.
And those wooden things, the barricades around the city. Well, they're
Transport is ready.
Well, I mean, drones everywhere, so it's really not like when they say 6 blocks, in my head, I thought like a way bigger area, and I thought it being completely blocked off. It's not. I mean, you're still allowed to drive. There was a UPS driver coming down, delivering all the packages, whatever. It's not. You can drive down the street
from the entry door.
The stores, all these stores are open. If they're not, it's because of COVID. There's not windows busted out. Everything. The only bad thing is that was the only escalation I've seen since I've been here, and I got here. It's been here for 2 days. It was handled well, I think. Yes. Worked so far. So we'll see. These were the barricades I think before they were whatever. Out here, and they did block off some of the streets, but now maybe everybody will just ignore them or something. Inward. So that's to be continued on the grappling. They're just regular blocks like that, and they put wood around them to decorate them. And I believe, yes, that's what they used initially to, because they're not more of an area. They've actually already downsized some by moving these in. And cars, everybody's free to go, which is what it's been anyway. Hopefully, when I publish this for everybody that's on, you'll be able to see. I was on an interview with the head medics that were on the Breonna Taylor case that were actually with her. So hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio on there from that. That's a good interview to watch. I want to say it was 2 hours in. Able to zoom in on crap, but I can't be sure. You can never be sure. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody want me to walk anywhere? Does anybody have any questions anywhere they want like me to go? Just let me know. We were supposed to be in March at 7. It's 7:35. Let me know that go to the West Precinct. Seems Facebook. Maybe they're just no. Shut up, Zach. Or something like last night. Shut up. So far, no March. Just because it happened to you doesn't mean it needs to happen to me, Zach. You should just put an end to that. All right, I'm going. So, I gotta go over and plug my one charger in for a minute anyway. Anyway, now I don't remember. Whatever I was saying. All right, if anybody's on here and they own a charging company, send one with lockers that are like really, really good. I'd like to lock up my charger. The lady with the bullhorn said 8. Oh, cool, yeah, because one dude earlier said 7. All right. Mr. Observant.
As long as it takes. Exchange information, and now they're leaving.
I mean, they're getting pretty close to it. That's sufficient. They got a lot of the unions to defund. See, this is the type of people that, like I said, if anybody wants to picking out and kick in some dough, you see, let me stay here for a few more days. All the other freaking, tape this. I'm down.
1612. 542 2245 Sutton Street, W2245 Sutton
all the
Street,
news
Southeast.
stations, really. I'm not gonna, but well, mostly stupid Tucker
This
Carlson,
feud with her
calling you out on the
sister.
next damn
She's a
video that I
black female in the
watched
backyard. No weapons
that was
involved.
posted yesterday. That was ridiculous. Acting like if you come here, you're gonna get shot in the face, which is ridiculous. So, nothing down here I want to see. Let's go. The only way to really figure it out, I guess, I want to go back down here to where everything else is. I'm just sick of the back and forth with the news. That's why I came out here to see, see for myself. So, leave one, take one. Charging stuff. Show this again so everybody can see. The dude that's running it keeps bitching. He bitches like all the time about everybody charging their shit. Ecology tank where people can clean up their site. It's been actually pretty clean. Drones everywhere. I saw this kid still flying that drone. I'm walking. Medic. Medic tent. There's food tents over here. Everything is, you know, that was the only escalation I've seen since I've been here, and I got here. Been here for 2 days. It was handled well, I think. Worth so far. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if vacates or whatever. Who knows? See what's going on. Maybe everybody will just ignore him or something. To be continued on the grappling. Free food stations, hot food. Because I've been here all day. Taping. Just curious. I wonder if everybody's out. Chilly at 8:30. Time is it? It's all free. So I'm gonna take a rest for a minute. For that. Which would be stupid because it's the crappiest phone in the world. Wouldn't be able to zoom in on crap. Does anybody have any questions? My other camera's sliding down me. Anybody want me to walk anywhere? I don't know. Oh, I thought I said what. Never mind. Yeah. We're supposed to be in March at 7. It's 7:35. Look, it's almost like we're supposed to go to the West Precinct. For real. Zach, you ready? Maybe there's a poodle over there. 8 or something like that. There's this dog and there's that dog. So far, no March. Who's fucking did he throw Rice Krispie fucking treats at me? Alright, I'm going. I gotta go over and plug my one charger in for a minute anyway. Ouch! That was fucking weird. Oh, I didn't take it personally. Alright, anybody's on here and they own a charging company, send one with lockers that are like really good. Well, maybe he's less angry now. I hope someone finds that bag and it makes him very happy. The lady with the bullhorn said 8. Oh, cool, yeah, because the one dude earlier said 7. Alright. Mr. Observant. I still got 46%. That's sufficient. Like I said, if anybody wants to kick in some dough, let me stay here for a few more days and tape this. I'm down. Just saying. Thanks, Tim.
What?
No cops, no KKK, no racist
Oh.
No cops, no KKK, no racist USA. No cops, no KKK, no racist USA.
Let's go. Down here to where everything else is. Here's the leave one, take one. Charging stuff. Charging site. The dude that's running it keeps bitching. He bitches like all the time about everybody charging their shit. Ecology tank where people can clean up their site. It's been actually pretty clean. I'm
3603, Adam 3603, Baker. Is everything okay?
Medic.
Okay.
Adam, you do it live?
Medic over here.
Yeah.
Check my log.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for coming out.
You fully in well. You must be back to the turn out.
I received. What time is this? I should talk for you. Pussy.
Wow, we don't stop. Right, yeah. I would have kept going all night, but Emily kept fucking calling me. She just cares.
Chili at 8:30.
I want to go back Saturday. I'm gonna try to go back. I mean, nobody got arrested last night, so.
I used to rage there in the 90s.
It's all free.
It was like no on 9.
They go nuts, yeah.
Like when Bush came, we set all the garbage cans on fire. It's good.
Yeah, that's fun. It was cool to like see the movement like that big again, and like they're pretty well organized, and like it was fun. I'm not using that hotspot to stream anymore because the hotspot messes me up when I stream.
Camera's
I'm
sliding
just gonna
down
use
here.
my service, but no, I want to go back. I want to go back up there for sure.
Oh, I thought it was
Seattle would be cool too.
Yeah, Seattle. I want to go to Chaz.
I don't know what song that was.
Now I might try Seattle next week. I just gotta find somebody to go with me.
Show. For real. Zach, you ready? Look, there's a poodle over there.
You wanna go next week?
There's this dog.
I'm going to Portland again. I think Saturday night. You wanna come?
Did he throw Rice Krispie fucking treats at me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Portland Saturday and then come back in the morning or like evening because Father's Day. I gotta see my kiddo. But yeah, and I think next week I wanna go to Chaz.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah, we should go. Yeah, we should go.
Oh, I didn't take it personally. At least it didn't hit me in the head. Well, maybe he's less angry now. I hope someone finds that bag and it makes him very happy. Weird. Some dude just, some like homeless fucking dude just whipped a freaking giant bag of Rice Krispies at me. What the fuck? Who throws a shoe?
That's nice though, yeah, right.
I guess that was the first hit by a bag of fucking cereal. Can't believe that. Look, you can even see the bag of freaking cereal still laying in it. You see it? See right there in the middle? That is the ginormous bag of freaking Rice Krispies I was just hit with in the thigh by some random dude that was walking past.
Let's Pool or something, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm
It's a
definitely
bag
trying
of
to
Rice
go to
Krispie
Seattle
cereal.
next week.
And if you find marshmallows at one of the tents, though, you got Rice
I wanna
Krispie
go see
treats.
Chaz really bad.
Well, right straight
I wanna go
there.
see it.
And it still seems inflated, so I bet you it's probably not bad. There you go. There's your Rice Krispies.
I want to go back up to Portland again here soon too. Oh my goodness.
I don't know where he went. No,
Earthquake magnitude 3.9. Costa
But
Rica.
he wasn't able to walk
15
very
minutes
good.
ago.
Well, he walked this way, but I was talking to them, so I wasn't paying attention like where he went after that. Yeah, there's 3 people there, right there with the bike. So he just whipped it like, I have no idea. They probably can tell you what he looked like better than me. Right there.
You guys got any questions or anything? You see, you're gonna talk for a second. Happy you are covering Eugene.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I drove back last night. Well, I meant earlier this morning. I drove back because I didn't
No,
sleep
this is
last
some,
night.
like,
I stayed up
older-
all night. You mean Chop? Yeah, Chop. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you
I
can
keep
walk
saying
very
Chaz.
good.
It's because Portland's was like Taz or something. So yeah, Chop. That's what I meant. I want to go see
No,
Chop.
not him.
My bad. My bad.
Bummer.
My bad. I'm
No,
do that.
wasn't him. I have no idea.
Chop.
Yeah.
They're both super psychotic and they're just assaulting people like crazy for nothing.
Are the mental health people getting involved? The mental health people getting involved?
Everybody keeps kicking them out and they just keep on showing back up. It looks like he's getting followed by...
Will you be at Skinner's tomorrow? Yeah. I'm helping.
What is going on there?
I'm helping run like the music. I'm
Is he the
helping run
crazy
the
one?
music and everything. And I'm gonna be DJing tomorrow as well. I'm gonna be DJing and doing coverage.
And he is a big son of a gun.
And what was it you just asked? Anything bad happened in Portland? No.
I guess they
Yum,
both
yum,
have
yum,
mental
yum.
issues.
Yeah, nothing happened in Portland. It was just I mean, we all got pushed out of the little zone they had by riot police in the morning. But nobody got arrested, nobody got hurt or anything like that. It was
36 bells for Adam, no answer on the comment.
Copy. I don't hear anything on the inside here. You can probably be cold flow. Or show me his switches, please. Yeah, I got my car. Oh my God. You good?
tired of smelling your.
See, these are the people that the news is putting on that it's not even like what's
No, I
the
had,
scene this is even about.
Yeah, kind of.
I am. I'm not going over there. I'll keep on this side of the fence though.
And I just ate that. I just ate a whole burrito. And I was tired of smelling that burrito. So yeah. Yes, the music is so important. Yep. I'll be spinning it. So if you guys have any song requests for tomorrow, I'll hop up a song request section or one of the mods or admins for Twitch. Not for Twitch. For Discord. I know when you guys on Discord, please set up a music section. That'll be appropriate to the event.
The shit ball.
Of course. So keep in mind Black Lives Matter and
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Somebody told me that him and another guy. I just got hit with a bag of Rice Krispies. Somebody Rice Krispies. So weird. So I guess the other
Yeah, I found
people
out
over
the
there.
music because I played one of his shows before.
I think the mental health people are trying to help though.
I was trying to talk to him and see if he wanted to come down and
Steer
perform
clear
it.
of him.
I told you he was being like hella dismissive when I was talking to him, so I was like, all right. I would have let him come and perform.
I mean,
Yeah, I would have let Soul come down and perform.
most people. There's some that aren't. There's some that, you know, some of the homeless that come down. There's a couple mentally challenged handicapped. They're trying to help. Yeah, as far as I have gathered.
Also, mods, hop the Discord in there real quick. If you guys are in the Discord, go ahead and hop in that.
Because I'm sick of seeing what everybody else news is seeing, so I want to see it myself. It's nothing like they're saying.
Who's street? High street! Who's street? High street!
Yes, sir. Right. Right.
We'll phone him in, I'll let him know. Just tell him to get a hold of me if he wants to come down and perform.
Yeah.
He just doesn't ever hit me back up. Hey, how's it going, Cam? You ready to ride?
West Precinct.
As we see Genie out there. What's up, Abby? So sweet.
So in case you don't realize what just happened, while we were there, posted up, a motorist tried to ride through the crowd. We weren't luckily no one got hit, but he made a U-turn. Yep, he acted like he was gonna come back. He stopped for a second and then he drove on.
Kick me off after 4 hours or not. I hope it doesn't.
Somebody got. Yep.
Now get over taste.
I think somebody got his license plate number though.
Just like some hot cocoa.
from this morning.
I
but
wish they had
missed him.
scooters for rent down here.
Sure.
I'd be zippy like
He's a
crazy.
goof.
Zippity doo dah.
That dude that he was talking to, he shut that dude up though. That's why I was recording it.
There's footballs. There's probably more than just one hacky sack in the whole dude.
He let that drunk dude walk on and shut up. I was like, damn. Way to not stand down. I'm just kidding. You need to get down.
People actually go march and how many people won't march, because that's the whole point of
But I
this
wasn't
being
gonna let
there.
him talk to me like that.
Ugh, can't accept the friend request, Zach. Hey, Zach is just gonna copy the link and post it of my next live video if it does kick me off after 4 hours, instead of friend requesting me. You can see I don't accept a lot of people on there. Jack's just mad because the last video he made, he got a ton of friend requests, so he has to make me do the same. He's a whiny little brat.
No, Jamie, you are crazy, dude. You clearly think very highly of your intelligence, but you need to do better.
I think that's either EMT or officer at the corner up here. Let's go see.
Logged on feed and
Ice cream shop's open. So much for making a black and blue skate tonight. Everybody's always...
Their marches and their stuff goes for a long time.
Everything was closed by like 9 last night, so I couldn't even get food to go.
I love it. So
I ended up ordering pizza, and it was really good.
I think I'm going to Portland like at least once or twice a week.
Maybe 5-10 minutes. How much time do I have, Zach?
I think it'd just be fun to go around and get some content up there. It was fun being in that big of a crowd. It'll be more fun when we get to it.
No sleep! No justice! No sleep! No justice!
You don't have to call the cops with a license plate number. You just have to know somebody.
Still had fun doing that. It was sick.
Damn, this whole time I had it. Oh, wait, that was just a little bit ago. That's good.
And thread, in life.
What's up, Josh? Yeah, I want to go back out to Portland, and that was fun. And I want to go to
So then, I wonder, you think I should just start it over now? So everybody can find the link back?
Yeah, I know. I just like...
That's what I'm going to do. I'm about to...
There's a lot of people
I'm starting it over.
If I can get a good video of what they're doing, I can bring that.
So, everybody, Zach, copy and paste my link somewhere. I don't know.
I wish I knew what sleep was at this point.
Just for my
Anyway, you
one
guys,
night
find me
there,
again, search for my name.
Like aside from the
I have to
stuff
start
that
this
happened,
over
like,
again.
when they did all that barricade stuff, like the original march, the one where the big first organized one was awesome. They did a really good job of organizing that. And I think it would be cool for me to go down there and be able to get perspective because I can follow it. Give it some help. Then also the thing about the new troop, nothing really going on here. They were marched already.
1612.
But what I was going to say about Eugene is I'm going to probably get
Another 1940 Fisher Road Southeast, 1940 Fisher Road Southeast, 63 Charles.
If I go up to Portland or Seattle, if I go, or like if there's like a couple separate marches in town, there's like a couple separate marches in town. I want somebody else to be able to go to that one and record that.
Caller advising her husband, black male, black shirt, orange pants on the porch, and on the door.
And then they have one after that. Does somebody know somebody with a truck that we can put the gear system on for the marches?
But if we go up the next street,
Can you guys reach out for a truck?
like the headquarters right there, and it's a one-way this way. That's that street right there.
Guys, find somebody with a truck that would be willing to do what they did in Portland last night for
this way. Alright, the opposite way. Listen, the purpose for this is
Will I be coming back to
we are
Springfield?
done with the bullshit.
Yeah,
right?
I live
Changing
there.
it up. We're making a different statement. We really let them know that we really got to do
Yeah,
whatever
send
we want to do.
song requests to the Discord.
Let me know.
Let's do it. You got behind you. Who's high? Or those of you that are in the Discord, just hop into the Unity thing and hop into the Unity thing and hit them up there. Talk to them tonight. Go in there tonight.
There was a thing over there. If you know of anything for us, show them up with ladies. Get some paperwork back to the victim of policing.
Doesn't call now.
Guys, you know who to hit the bug. Tell him, send him the videos he needs to watch to get his Discord going.
No sleep! No sleep!
Yeah, Jamie, you're right, but we're here in the United States and we're having a problem with African Americans not having the same rights as other people. So yeah, that's why we're here. So if you could stop spouting that shit.
Yeah, we don't want them to speak, right? People are still fucking dying, right? Sick people, sick black people listen to this song. I don't see people fucking mad enough.
Long way.
Let's go! Over
Check the Alpha alarm. 1238 DeKalb Avenue Northeast, 138 DeKalb Avenue Northeast. Is that Fox Brothers Barbecue coming from the dining motion?
The crane operator back there was honking the horn. I think it was in support. That's not a crane, it's actually a boom lift, but same difference. So we were originally going to go straight back to 6th and Jeff. We decided to divert, go down 7th. So that we could go blast police headquarters. Someone asked earlier about police headquarters being boarded up, and there is your footage. So Hall of Justice was boarded up today. Police headquarters was as well. A lot of people are afraid that means there might be some bad news coming tomorrow, but
like how much all the issue. Like tomorrow, it's gonna be learn a lot. It's gonna be a lot smart.
You think
A GoPro.
Right here, y'all.
Stop by my station.
Please let me have one other call at 39.
Can you send us that call, please?
Yo for the horns! Alright, y'all. Yo for the horns! Yo for the horns! I'll be the one to say it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm done. Alright, listen, that bullshit that the DA got on there and said today, whoever he was,
nah, Bernie.
wasn't nothing. Alright, they keep beating us pebbles.
I bet we won't either, because that's not what we want to
Steph's phone only has
We're making a statement tonight. This is our statement.
let me see how much percent now. What happened? He has 6% now. I'm gonna have to find her to charge it back up
They're gonna fuck up again. You know they are. That's what they do. LFPD.
a little bit.
That's what they do. They're gonna fuck up again, but next time they gonna know they can't just do anything and get away. On streets! On streets! On streets! I'm really real. Like, all of this shit. Amen. Damn right. Like, for real. What y'all want to do? Okay. They ain't turned in. So let's make it statement. Yeah. On streets! 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 Forcing us to do it shit. So, let's turn it
Most do you guys want to talk to somebody else?
Jamie, get the fuck out of here.
probably gonna do a
Everybody stop. Look. Let's move militant, y'all. Let's move militant. Okay? Look, for some reason, everybody think I'm leaving.
I'll play some music on Twitch. If you guys want to. How old am I? I'm 24. 24 years young. And I have a 3-year-old. Today's like the first day I haven't
Earthquake magnitude 3.0. Central California. 3 minutes ago.
Where's the Discord? Mods, we posted in the comments. Where is the Discord? What do you mean? Like, where's the Discord in the chat? Sorry, Silver, I thought you were asking me already in it.
Y'all know what time it is.
Where's the Discord in here? When is your set? I'm either ready to go out, but I also want to see your show tonight. I don't know, I'll probably start playing like around there. Also, if you guys know of anything going on in YouTube tonight, I could rather come out and film. I just don't know what else to do tonight.
Dude, John, you are fucking garbage. Racist ass piece of shit.
Silver, look above you. Look up, couple above you. He's supposed to. I'm just gonna set it here for a second.
I'm tired of this stuff, man. We need to show love and unity. That's what it's about.
Yes, sir. Alright, we just got back to 6th and Jeff. In Justice Park, Breonna Taylor Park, Jefferson Square Park. I'll do a quick walk around real quickly on the quick. Show y'all what we got going on since we left. This is even more water than when I was here earlier today. So more supplies just dropped off constantly. We've still got the tent city going on. More tents today than yesterday, so every day there are more tents here for the 24/7 occupation of Injustice Park, Breonna Taylor Park, Jefferson Square Park. Go around here, the showing up for social justice, racial justice was in this booth earlier. I've been calling this the Piano of Peace. Just appeared and we decorated it. Got this little side stage up. I do not own rights to this music. Please do not cut the audio, Facebook. We got a side stage for some entertainment. We got the medical tents and then another additional tent on that side that often has offered several different services throughout the 3 weeks. Looking at right here is kind of the main stage. Sometimes they got speakers set up, sometimes we got just megaphones, bullhorns. But you know, got supplies here to make sure as well. I mean, at the Breonna Taylor Memorial. More and more gets added every day. Over there's Kentucky Alliance tent that has most of the supplies and stuff.
1601 video.
I found out today.
1601.
Planters as well. Is that same? Same as that crescent-shaped planter over there, and a couple other in the park have now been replaced with vegetables. Herbs, turned it into a community garden. So we're going to be out here, we might as well be taking care of it, right?
I'll let you go, kids.
You had a great play.
Yeah, dude, call me about me tomorrow, John. That'll work. Good idea. The square is beautiful. The square is beautiful every day. We pick up all the trash, we throw it away, we make sure to take care of our space.
That's the name.
Yeah, dude, John, I'm crying all the time. I'm crying all over. The place. Wow, I'm so sad. Oh God, I'm such a baby.
I'm not seeing a gate code in the call, and on the callback it says this number is not accepting calls.
Amazing, thanks. 26.
Hey.
We're heading back, I'm at.
So I'm taking a look around at the tops of the buildings. I'm not even going to bother showing you. Zero police.
Be a reason 3603 Baker.
How did you use the head?
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy. Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Yeah, Shayna. No peace! Police! No peace!
Constitutional Convention.
Police!
The vibe here is very mellow, very chill.
No peace! Police!
Very interactive.
No
A lot of
peace!
communications.
Police!
A lot of
So the restraining order on less than lethal weapons for this county is expires tomorrow. So a lot of people are wondering if that means things might escalate
Or get a little spicy tomorrow. What's up, Texas? We open.
Yeah.
You get one of the bigger ones?
6580 running on 2322 hours. Ready raising units. Second clearance start for dispute weapon.
big dog.
2244 set street southeast.
So 8 months old.
Oh wow. What kind of dog?
He's a German Shepherd.
What's his name?
Goose.
Goose. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Hi, Goose.
How you doing?
Goose.
Ready raising any unit that can clear and start for dispute weapons. 2245 set street southeast. The supervisor.
Radio Global 1612.
Have a dispute with weapons. 2245 set the street southeast.
Last call in 12 and 8. We'll be en route.
12 and 8.
So, yeah, before we close out here, I wanted to share one more time about Crystal Kaiser, just in case folks didn't catch it earlier. Again, we are collecting donations. When you put your donation in the memo, write Crystal Kaiser. And
you guys are 1620.
And you wanted to go to Crystal Kaiser, send us a message.
1612.
Make sure that happens. And we're trying to raise money for Crystal Kaiser to put on her books, as she is, like we mentioned earlier, currently serving life in prison for defending herself against
So your college advisor, she's in a physical altercation with her aunt, black female, no clothing, Stephanie armed with a bat. The caller is a black female in a blue jumpsuit. The cab EMS has been notified.
Along with, everybody else who's guilty of that same act. And so, again, she was forced to take up self-defense righteously. So we stand by that, and we stand by anybody who's in that situation has a right to defend themselves. Just like when we're out here and the police are shooting people down, we see our communities day to day underdeveloped. We have a right to resist these forms of capitalism, these forms of oppression, and so we need to affirm that right for all people. So when we see sisters like Crystal sitting in Wisconsin serving life in prison, we got to do the very little acts of sharing that hashtag, posting it on your story, posting it on your page, sharing the story. Because don't forget, Centoya Brown was freed by those same acts, right? Centoya Brown is free today because people shared the link, because people got involved. So we got to keep this going, because there's Crystal Kaisers all around us. And we can't wait until the law snatches them up and puts them behind bars to affirm their right to self-defense. So that's Crystal Kaiser. Again, we want to stand in solidarity with her, as well as all women currently incarcerated for acts of self-defense criminalized by the state. And we also want to stand with all the prisoners throughout the state currently facing the COVID virus behind bars. If people don't know, San Quentin State Prison just had several people who were confirmed of infected with the virus transferred into their institution from another institution, and now the virus is currently spreading within San Quentin State Prison. So at the end of the day, we need to be humanizing all members of our society, including those who are incarcerated, including those who are political prisoners, and including those who are the most at risk of this virus, even out here. And so we thank you guys again. I'm going to hand it off to Aston, and thank y'all for coming out.
So we just want to thank you all so much for being here for our general meeting. We do have our general meetings monthly, so if you are interested or you have some other folks that should be out here or couldn't make it tonight, please make sure that you pass on that information. You can find us on basically all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Anti-Police Terror Project Sacramento, Twitter, Instagram, APTP-SAC. So please continue to spread the word. Y'all are beautiful for being out here and beautiful just to be in solidarity with all that's going on. Please pour into yourselves, take care of yourselves, and thank y'all for coming out tonight. We also have an event happening tomorrow. Black Justice Stands Up. So if y'all are available, please come out and support. We have a lot of things going on. So please come on out and stand with us on that.
Alright, so I think that concludes this event. Yeah, it looks like everybody is dispersing now. And then I'm gonna go back to this link again. So for everybody that hasn't seen it. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this coverage. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So sorry, y'all. Last thing, tomorrow here in this plaza is gonna be a Juneteenth press conference, also rally, and we might take a walk. There's gonna be a huge what is it, a bus of some sort that's gonna lead the march. We'll have speakers, music, all the things, but come out and celebrate Juneteenth. And also, most importantly, there's going to be somebody talking about what Juneteenth is and why we celebrate it, right? And why now is the time, right? While Juneteenth is Freedom Day, and tomorrow needs to be Freedom Day, Ashe? Okay, so same place, 5 p.m., show up. If you have, a couple people asked me, if you have donations specifically for the march, just kind of drop them off behind the stage. And then also, if you have trash, right, take that shit with you. Put it somewhere, right? There are other folks that use this space because they're unhoused, and we don't want to leave a mess for them to clean up behind us, right? So take your shit with you. All right. Thank y'all.
That was a PSA. All right, everybody. Jeffrey here, logging off. Thank you guys for tuning in and being with us. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for tuning in, and peace, everybody. Peace, peace, peace.
Please no farther than. We'll be clear, great.
For information on the missing person, 905 Memorial Drive, Southeast. See a caller in a black Cadillac SUV advising he located or he saw his missing juvenile 17-year-old daughter.
Come talk. You need to be the first person to talk to.
3 weeks ago.
Because you're the one who really looks like you just don't care.
Yeah,
so come stand in front of this black man. Come stand in front of this black man. I'm surprised y'all leaving out here. Usually y'all be gone by now. Well, I guess we got too many video recordings of y'all sitting back
eating Whataburger, putting your headphones in while the community trying to talk to you. Now your supervisor saying, well, guys, we can't make ourselves look bad no more. So if y'all don't do nothing else, I need y'all to open that door because now he's reported us for closing these doors. And he's also reported us for having headphones in and eating Whataburger at the front desk and not answering the phone. Right? Now y'all supervisor like, no, we can't do that. We keep making ourselves look bad. That's what I know that's what it is. Because I got y'all all on camera doing everything wrong.
Yeah, cross them legs.
Doing everything wrong.
You tuck that tail. Tuck that tail.
Doing everything wrong.
Tail, you little bitch.
Shame on all of you.
Ain't that something? It's a shame I gotta show the world how wrong y'all is. For y'all boss to say, well, we gotta do something so we don't look so crazy and so stupid. Right? So now you gotta sit out here and listen to me, and I'm so happy. Because I can talk all night. I was gonna leave y'all early today. Nope. Not tonight. You gonna hear me. And I know you can't put no headphones on now. Now you gotta listen to me.
We told
all day.
you.
And guess what? If my batteries run out, I got some backup batteries, baby. So I'm gonna keep running my mouth.
And it drives a buddy
I'm gonna keep running my mouth.
Come talk to us.
I'm here for this. I'm here for the people.
Why are you so afraid
Oh, he shook his head. No, he said, no, I ain't coming.
What are you so afraid of?
Oh man.
Strong.
He said, no, I ain't coming. I ain't coming to talk to y'all.
And a scary little bitch.
Man, that man shook his head over there. He over there eating.
Are keeping the shit up.
Look at it. Uh-oh. I gotta get up and walk away now. You gonna come out here and talk? No, just to go to the trash can, right?
You're like, sorry.
That's what y'all all do.
You playing with us?
I told you, none of y'all are bold enough to come out. Just come to the door, man. Come to the door.
You out for a drink, baby.
Come to the door. We can stand at the door toe to toe. We can stand at the door toe to toe.
Come to the door.
I'm gonna put my door to I'm gonna put my toe to the door. You put your toe to the door. Toe to toe. I can't touch you. It's a door between you. You can't touch me. It's a door between you. I can't even smell your breath. First of all, because I got a mask on and you don't. So that's one reason.
Come to the door. We could be like middle school. Slide those laptops under the door.
Don't make me get everybody up here and get on y'all nerves, because I will. I think that's what I'm going to do.
This isn't the bull.
Because I ain't about to do this by myself tonight. Alright, y'all. Hey, look. Anybody who's there, y'all can sit around the table. I think y'all over here when you talk with them.
Are you still 7?
I don't see a ring. What's up?
For noise complaint 1010 Fortunate Drive.
Everyone's going in, come on. This is your time to shine. This is your time to say whatever you want.
Receive your code 7. Check the area for loud.
Oh, you're looking at me. I want you to come here. Because I can look at you in your eyes all day. Yeah, there's no intimidation here. So if you're bad enough to look at me, come here. Don't sit there and eat your peanuts. Come here. You just looked at me. Anybody who make eye contact with me, it looks like you got something to say. So come on up. Come on up to the door. Just look at me and then turn your head to the side, right? I already know y'all can't take the heat because I done made some of y'all officers shake already, trembling. Just at my voice and stuff I was saying. Now I'm giving y'all the opportunity to have a whole barrier in between you and me. A door. I'm giving you the opportunity to come talk to me.
They support this man right here.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all support people who try to hurt people, who try to kill people, who try to...
Support this man right here.
Evan?
He's a rapist.
Oh, okay, support rapists too, huh?
You protect them.
I told y'all what y'all need to do. Y'all need to add APD officers on this sex offender list because obviously there's some child molesters in there that's been working and molesting child. If he did it one time, I'm sure he's done it multiple times.
Why do you defend them?
And y'all didn't say nothing. I'm sure somebody knew about it. I'm sure somebody had an idea. I'm sure somebody had an idea. I want to see this list updated because that cop who molested that child, this list should be updated. I know y'all supposed to update y'all list. Any list y'all have, I know it's supposed to be updated. Anytime you get a new update, it's supposed to be updated the same day. So that cop who molested that child, you need to put them on the sex offender list. I know that for a fact that you're supposed to update it as soon as it's out. So I'm gonna need y'all to update that because it's invalid. Void that out. Put the cop who molested that child on here. Yeah. And then you need to come over here and talk to me. Come talk to me. Come to the door. Come to the door and talk to me. Come on. Come to the door and talk to me. Y'all bad enough to look at me. Come to the door and look at me up close. I want you to see the nose hair coming out my nose.
I'm so glad.
What's up? How's it going? Huh?
What are you doing up here?
Filming. We're on Woke right now, so there's probably like 8,000 people watching the stream. What's up, man? Got anything to say?
I love your outfit.
What's going on?
Thank you. Sorry, we drove by and I was like, wait, is that her?
Yeah. Out here every day. He's protesting, he's bothering the APD.
What are they saying?
The megaphone, come up here. He's cool. So what happened, Denzel?
So I turned this, they weren't talking, they weren't cooperating, so I just turned that siren on until they left. I knew they was gonna do it. I knew they was gonna do it. And look, I want to say this too, man. Y'all may think that this is childish. Honestly, I don't even like acting like this, but I have to do it. I have to do it. Because you either go get tired of me or make a change, or you go leave. That's all I want. Oh, let me talk to him. Alright guys, so I told y'all I pay attention to details. So I know that you guys have a half wall. So no matter if you close that door that you just closed, I know you still can hear me. And it's a beautiful thing because I know that. And now you know I know that. And there's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do except for hide. So guess what? I got something for you.
Never been really good at
Y'all
responding.
keep proving that y'all can hear me because what y'all start doing, y'all start peeking. That's what y'all start doing. You start peeking out the window. People all the way to the fourth floor be peeking out the window. So no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter where you hide,
If unarmed white people
I know you can hear me.
by police officers as people suggest they should be out in the streets marching against it too. I got so many trolls on my feet right now.
But I know they're here because I'm looking at them right here. Oh, yeah, you can see them, you can see them. Oh, yeah, you can see them. You can see them. They're all over there. There they are!
There you go.
They're right there.
I'm real good at playing hide and go seek. I told y'all. First reason is because I'm smart. Second reason is because I'm
Earthquake
black.
magnitude
I'm real good at hide and go seek. I see
Salta,
you.
Argentina.
I see you.
10 minutes ago.
I see you. Now you get my best anger fire. How about that? Oh, yeah, brother. I see you. You can hide and go seek. Everything I have to say. You don't have to come over here and talk to me. I still be talking to you.
Yeah, the great thing about this movie down right now is it was done with a judge's order, which means it was legal, and it was done with the law. So, love that.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to want to talk to me. Now you gotta listen. I gave you the chance to talk. Now, listen to everything I have to say with this story going on. We can do this all night. I can break it down now. Is it song time? I think it's song time. I think it's song time. Because black people can make a beat to anything. I turn this sound on, it's a whole instrumental for me.
Everything cool.
I even let somebody else step in. Try to give y'all opportunity.
Hey guys, you know you can follow the feed at Hiram Gilberto. It's Hiram Gilberto on Facebook. I'm Hiram.com. That's IMHIRAM.com is my website. We're out here every night, get approximately 4 to 8 hours of footage. Been out here for 18 consecutive nights now, unbiased and hopefully useful footage of what's happening in Austin, Texas.
Y'all didn't take it. I gave y'all a chance.
Also, shout out to Woke.
I've been giving you a chance all week, and all y'all been doing is playing hard and go sleep.
Right there. Look.
You can't take the heat. You won't come and talk to me. You won't come and talk to me. You won't come and talk to me. I can do this all day.
Hey, follow me.
I can do this all day. I can do this all day. This is the community. Come on with your hands up. You have 5 minutes to comply. Or I'm just gonna stay here longer. And I'm gonna keep egging y'all and making y'all mad. Cause I gave y'all a chance, too many chances. Been out here for 18 days.
18 days? 18?
And I gave y'all a chance.
18 days?
Yeah.
Y'all in trouble.
It's needed. It's needed. And if you can be out here, you should too. That's why they don't care, man. At least they act like they don't care. But I already told y'all change is coming. It's already in the making. Cause y'all keep making yourself look stupid on the worldwide news. And then I keep finding y'all doing stupid stuff. Like closing the door on me, not listening to me, putting the headphones in so you can't hear me. Now your supervisor said you gotta come out here and sit. And then your homeboy just said y'all can leave. Guess what?
Y'all just want to see yourself on TV, huh?
You should know by now, I don't care.
Hey, that sign says news media only. Hiram's is media. You should let him in. I know y'all watching.
I saw that sign off. Now I'm using the sound that y'all using in good and y'all. You're so good.
They're over there?
Sorry.
From the garage a little bit.
Sorry. Get on out of here.
Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, I saw you up there.
Yeah. Oh man. How's it going?
Good, I was just talking to the police over there.
Did they go inside?
No, they're, I don't know, like some over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see if I can talk to them.
Over there.
Yeah. Let me go see if I can talk to them. I'll be back. Hi officers, how's it going? May I get closer? Is that okay? Huh? I just wanted to talk to you guys if it's all good. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Oh man, I hope you get my good side.
I'll do my best here. We'll get right here. How's it going, man? First of all,
It's going.
it's going. Doing good, man. You know, just out here doing some film. So I don't know. First of all, I don't know if you know who I am or what I do, but I live stream the protests every night. I've been out here for 18 or 19 consecutive nights, getting about 6 to 8 hours of footage every single night. And you might have seen my footage. My footage was on Newsweek when that guy got arrested and they had his knee on his neck. There was this video of someone getting arrested under the bridge, and it went like international like a few days ago. Just to let you know, there's probably like 5,000 people watching right now online. And so, first off, I wanted to ask you what your role has been during the protest. Because I don't know, you know, if you've been out here or you've been patrolling.
Patrolling and being out here, making sure that everybody's voice gets heard, everybody's respecting the First Amendment, making sure that if people protesting peacefully, they're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
You're not in the level. You want to move out? I think over there might be better.
Yeah, it might be better.
Okay. So keep in mind that, you know, when you ask me certain questions about certain things, it's my view on it's not necessarily reflecting on the department.
Yeah, of course. You're individual. I'm gonna get here because the mic points this way, and I'm more audible
step
here.
back a little bit so you get in the picture more. What do you want, bro?
No, that's okay. That's fine. So, after talking about that for a minute, I was wondering what you felt about APD's response to the protest, including when, you know, there was riot gear and beanbags and, you know, mace, to the point where APD started to take away some of those things like the beanbags and stuff. Like, what is your opinion on how maybe the approach of APD has been and maybe how you feel it's evolved?
So I'm not trying to give you a roundabout answer for anybody.
Of course.
You have to understand that, you know, I'm probably one of the lowest people when it comes to ranking out here. And I'm very confident that our chain of command, am I good on that?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that our chain of command is going to review all those policies and practices.
Yeah.
And they're going to come to try to find out what's going to be the best, not only for us, but as well as for the citizens of Austin, or even people who come outside the city.
Yeah.
They come here and they want to protest.
And do you feel like the people in the command center have made a genuine effort to maybe change some of these policies, or have made a genuine effort to respond to protesters' concerns?
From what I understand, there have been changes on it, from what Chief Manley has done as well as from the information recipients.
Evening. And maybe he has some questions to ask you. I'll let him ask you. I know you've been waiting to have some dialogue, if that's okay.
I can try to answer anything I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have any questions. I want y'all to speak. I've been asking questions for 2 weeks. I need y'all to say something. What are y'all doing different? That's what I need. I'm tired of answering. I'm tired of asking questions. Because out of those questions, all I've been getting is lies by actions. And I've been calling all y'all actions out. The news been calling y'all out. We've been calling y'all out on the media. All I've been getting is lies. I've been getting lies from the newest person to the oldest person. So I don't have any more questions. There's no questions to ask. Y'all already know what this world needs. Y'all already know what this city needs. Y'all know that it's injustice in the city. If it wasn't injustice in Austin, we wouldn't be out here. I would have no reason to be out here. None whatsoever.
I hear what you're saying. I'm sorry that you haven't gotten the answers that you want. I mean, that's obviously something that you can take up with the chain of command, with the chief, and with the assistant chiefs.
And how do you... Go ahead. No, I don't want to interrupt.
No.
I'm not in charge of. I'm not in charge of the policy.
I know, but I don't want to interrupt you when you're talking, though.
I don't want to interrupt you either, man, because it's all about respect.
So, how do you feel about your role as an individual, and maybe, you know, producing some of this change? One, do you feel like there needs to be change? And two, what change do you feel like there needs to be, and do you play any role in that change?
The role that I would play, I'm going to try to answer because she asked me 3 different questions.
Yeah.
Try to answer. The role that I would play is based on best practices and procedures that they deem. All right, and we would implement. All right. What were the other 2 questions?
Do you feel like there's any changes needed?
I think there's definitely.
Yes, sir.
I know. It's just, you know, I'm going to try to answer and understand you.
Yeah.
Changes are never a
It don't matter, sir. You don't have to murder somebody to do wrong.
Hey, Denzel. Hey, Denzel.
My answers are wrong.
We need you to
Hey,
stop
Denzel.
defending that back.
Could you let me just finish the interview here?
Yes, you can.
Hey, we need to stop you defending that badge right there.
You know it's going to be hard.
Help us.
Are you out of that badge?
So, no, could you continue?
We're trying to open dialogue.
Yeah,
I don't think change is ever bad in anything because everything is always dynamic when it comes to any type
Not
of
when the
profession.
Fox News is
Yeah.
here.
Maybe
But when we're here, we want to
It's kind of hard to answer the questions and everything, making sure. So until they're done, I'm just going to stop. I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, yeah, no worries.
Because I'm trying to answer. I don't know if they're able to hear me or not.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And
I think so. This mic is directional, so it'll only pick up audio facing you. I know that you could be distracted by the back, and I understand if you would like rather wait. Just letting you know your audio should be clear.
The thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to tell them to stop. I mean, I'm still trying to talk. I'm trying to be respectful.
I still got pepper spray.
Of course.
So I'm not saying that change is bad in any type of profession. Change is always necessary in some professions. Okay. So practicing medicine, practicing law, police work, anything, computers. There's always sometimes those changes are needed.
Yeah.
Okay. And if that's deemed necessary, then that's what we roll with.
And do you feel like right now some of that change might include defunding the police? Do you feel like that's a good move?
I don't think it's a question that I can answer because I don't have all the relevant information.
Yeah.
Because the people who are in charge that want to defund that have information that I don't have.
Yeah. And so, I used to not really understand the argument of defunding police. And I came to learn that, a lot of people, when they say that, they really want to see funds going to, like, social workers.
I'm going to lean in a little bit.
Yeah, of course, go ahead. Yeah. That they feel like some of these funds should go to social workers, and some of these funds should go to professionals that can respond to some calls that might be more suited for somebody that's a professional in those kind of fields.
So let's expand on that. What calls would you think of when it comes to like professionals, social workers? What do you think they can respond to?
I'd imagine someone who might be suicidal and might be trying to commit suicide by cop, or someone that might be, having a mental health crisis and might be like, kind of having a lot of trauma and reacting in a way that's kind of violent, or maybe a situation where there's somebody that, might feel like, what's another one? I had it in mind and I just kind of lost it. But yeah, like examples like that where there might be room for a trained professional to respond. And I'll add to that. So right now I know that there's MCOT who responds to mental health situations. But the concern is that like a lot of the de-escalation happens with the first interaction, right? And usually MCOT won't come until you guys de-escalate the situations, or until you guys kind of deem it safe, right? Or maybe I'm misunderstanding how MCOT works. Yeah. And so the idea would be that instead of having a police officer show up first, you have somebody that's trained to de-escalate a situation where somebody might be having a mental health crisis.
Okay. I can see your point on that. So let's say that this professional goes to the call and they de-escalate it. Okay, and that person deems that this person is a danger to themselves, an imminent danger to themselves or others. Homicidal, suicidal ideations. Okay, they're responding to internal stimuli and external stimuli.
Yeah.
Would you say that those people would be responsible for then taking care of that person and take them to a facility?
I think that like most situations could be resolved in a way that like, a professional comes in, de-escalates the situation. And I feel like in most cases, you know, you'll see that the case will come to, the situation will come to a point where it's safe and the individual's no longer a danger to themselves and the people around them. But there will be situations where, you know, there needs to be some kind of restraint. And I know that psychologists and people that work, you know, professionally with people that are mentally unstable have training in how to restrain and how to deal with violent individuals. You know, but I do see the need in having somebody, you know, like a police officer maybe once in a while in some of these situations, right? But not necessarily present in every single one of these situations. And most people, when they idealize this, or when I think about this, I see, you know, police officers stepping in after a social worker knows that they cannot de-escalate the situation and that it requires further intervention.
And then sometimes in situations like you're talking about with that social worker, and all of a sudden that situation becomes a rapidly evolving possible violent situation.
Yeah.
And then the thing that like I would worry about is the next thing you know, getting a phone call from them going, hey, we need help. This person is now completely done a different 180. They're responding to external stimuli, and I feel safety. Then it just takes us that much longer to get there. Like I see what you're saying, it's not a bad idea. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that a psychiatrist has the authority for Texas state law to commit somebody? So the social worker's talking with you, a psychiatrist, deem that you meet criteria for commitment against your will. Do they have the authority to do that?
I think they have, yeah, I definitely think they have an authority that I might not have, right, in evaluating somebody's mental state and the potential of them causing harm to themselves.
It's so spooky.
So just the answer to that is, I mean, there's two people in the state law that have the authority to commit somebody against their will. Police officers have one, it's called an emergency detention. Okay, it's in Health and Safety Code 481. Okay, so you can look that up. The other one is a judge.
Yeah.
So what has to happen in that aspect? Let's say that you're a social worker. Okay, you're talking to a friend over here, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person needs to be committed against their will.
Are you coming out tomorrow?
Suicidal ideations, homicidal ideations, they're in imminent danger to themselves or others.
Yeah.
Okay, there's certain criteria.
I took Tuesday off.
Then that social worker or that psychiatrist then has to go talk to the judge. And that judge has to be a doctor. Have to be a doctor that goes to that judge and says, I believe this person is qualified for what's called an OPC. An OPC just basically means an order of protective custody. Okay, and then
it's a good way to stay in shape.
That time, then it gets sent over to Travis County, CIT. Travis County will come and they will serve that commitment.
You don't believe maybe that psychologists, psychiatrists should have that right, even maybe above police officers who don't have that
me
training?
Personally?
Yeah.
Somebody who's trained, like this jumps right here, I'm just pointing out right here. All right, let's say this guy's gone to school for 8 years.
Yeah.
And it's a psychiatrist. Trained in recognizing external and internal stimuli, psychosis, anything in that aspect. And the way it is right now, you have to call us. Explain this to us, and then we have to determine if we agree with you. I'm sorry,
but y'all don't know how because y'all aren't trained in that.
We have training, so officers who go...
Not extensive as someone who has special...
Yeah, I see what you're saying on that. We have training. We go to a 40-hour course where we learn to recognize the health and safety code when somebody has those criteria that is met or is not met. And if it's not met, then we write a report for our CIT unit to follow up.
Okay, so to clarify, you said y'all have a 40-hour training for mental health, I guess.
So we already get that in the academy, from my understanding.
40 hours then, right?
40 hours. And then when you go to become a CIT, now granted it's probably changing right now, then we have to go through an additional training.
And how long is that one?
From when I went years ago, I've been doing this for over 17 years, it was 40 hours.
That's 40, and then what was the next training set? How long was that one?
You do regular training throughout the year, it's required by TCOL.
Okay.
So like You have to go and you have to do a research, make sure that procedures are done properly because it's changed.
Yeah.
Different facilities have changed as far as where we would take the individuals who would be committed.
So I think the fact is like that's not extensive. I'm not saying it's your fault, obviously. It's just a system in place. That's not extensive training when it comes to mental health and whatnot. So you're saying you do agree that kind of like that certain situations should be handled by people who are more specialized with dealing with people in that state.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I can see your point and I agree with it. My point that I'm trying to make, and like I said, I see your point. I may not agree with it, but I definitely see your point, is that if the professionals who are doing it, people who are trained, have gone to school, that have, doctorates in this, yes, I can understand that they call us a lot and they say, hey, this person needs to do it. And if they can articulate that criteria, then yeah. And if we deem fit, yes, we're going to go ahead and do what's called an ED, an emergency detention on the person. So I see what you're saying.
So,
having that person with that authority, yes, but the way it's,
but you don't agree with that. You're saying because the reason why I'm
not going to say yes or no on that is because it's not up to me.
So how do you personally feel about the bill? That's what I'm asking.
Let me put it this way: until I see some type of argument, what I mean by argument is like documents. They can sit there and some study materials,
statistics showing that.
Years ago, the state legislature tried to make it to where psychiatrists and doctors, from my understanding, could do what we do, and that got thrown away because they felt like it might be overused. Okay, because like right now, me or you are having.
It never went through. So
I don't think the bill ever went to the floor.
It never even went to the place where we could study to see if it did.
I don't know that. Years ago, we had talked about it, and I believe that some type of bill was supposed to go up to the floor of the legislature. And I don't think it ever made it. I don't.
So we can't argue whether or not it's a better. I mean, we don't know.
Can't argue because we don't know exactly. Yeah. Like I see your point. I'm not saying it's the right one, but I definitely see.
But you say you're against it though.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Okay, so you're
no, I didn't say that at all.
You said you hear my opinion, but you don't agree with it. That's what you said.
I hear your opinion on it. What I want to see is that from the standpoint that you're okay, if you can show me like the research and the arguments, they can sit there and say these people need to have it. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, the research,
if they would do a better job at it, if they would have the ability and the tools.
No, I mean, we.
605 radio.
We encourage First Amendment.
Part of that research is trial.
Drove around the area.
Is to see. It's trial to see. I mean, because
it's trial. Gotcha. Okay.
To see does sending people specialized in mental health really make a difference to really lower the amount of incarceration and suicide.
604 to radio for 26.
To listen to that, you know what I mean? It actually, so we have to. It has to be a trial to see whether or not it's a test.
I see what you're saying. There has to be testing going on. There has to be. I definitely see your point. Like I said, I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'd like to see it.
That's not, you're not. That you can make any specific change.
I don't make policies here. You're asking as far as if I think that what's going on is with changing the policy is good or bad for the department. So I'm not trying to keep changing.
No, you're good.
I'm just trying to make sure that I have context.
Just feel comfortable. Yeah. Do whatever makes you comfortable.
It's up to Chief Manley, the assistant chiefs, as well.
There's a couple hundred people.
4961.
Maybe I'll figure out later.
He said he wanted to do a shout out. I told him like back, wait till the interview and just jumped in.
Well, you just jumped. Anyway, you were saying.
Sorry about that.
City leaders, city council, city manager, mayor, Chief Manley, and assistant chiefs. They're the ones that will determine the best policies and procedures, how to move forward with the police department.
What are some of the reasons you think that people are protesting now? Like, what do you understand to be the reason that people have been standing up against police? Why do you feel those? What are the reasons for that?
Because these people believe that there's injustice for the system.
And do you believe there's injustice in the system?
Do I believe it?
Yeah,
I believe that. I believe that everything, like I talked to you earlier about, that if it's for the betterment of practices of any type of occupation as well as people, that needs to be changed. Change.
So you're saying
do you feel
believe there are injustices within the system?
But do you personally feel like there are injustices in the system?
If you were, I see what you're trying to do, and as far as asking a question,
feel free to.
okay, and I'm not trying to dodge it. It's just that I don't want to answer it because I'm afraid of the repercussions of who's answering it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Because you're asking me as I'm wearing this uniform. You're asking me what.
Howdy and Mason. Is she advising if her boyfriend is still on the scene or not?
I was sitting here in something that you're wearing.
Okay.
Maybe maybe you and I would have a better conversation without it being live streamed. Because here's, hold on a second,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right now, you live stream how many people right now?
I think 2,000.
2,000 people that are all watching us, all judging however my reaction is, my tone, and everything. So the situation where I've been right now, looking at your followers and asking such important questions going on right now, not only in America but in the world. And because my one statement could either fuel a fire or it could douse it.
Yeah.
That's a lot to put on.
I understand. Yeah, and I understand the pressure you have, but I think so long as you're honest, and
unfortunately, I gotta go inside. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. No worries. Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Have a good one.
Take care, man.
Good Nagel.
You're on Facebook jail? Oh my goodness. Zuckerberg zucked you?
Yeah, I tried like 3 different.
You got zucked.
I wasn't there.
But when yes, and then when I went and approached an officer on the matter, he told me I was being entitled.
Like I said, I wasn't there. I can't speak for him. I can't speak for you. So how you want me to respond?
Like I really am out here trying to make a difference. I'm asking for your help.
I
mean,
I need an honest suggestion.
I've been out here for 12 years trying to make a difference. Trust me.
Is the root of what you're saying? Because the CIA has already come out and claimed more than 10 years ago that the KKK and white supremacists have infiltrated the law enforcement. I mean, no, the CIA came out and admitted it. That's the Central Intelligence Agency. I mean, they came out and admitted it. Is that kind of what
Yeah, I understand. But, that's just, again, that's another segment of the criminal justice system.
He's just tired of everybody being without public attention.
That's
Yeah, every time I try to talk to somebody,
the judicial portion. I don't make those So I tried to talk to him.
I
do well right up to her and start talking. He did. And I told you also you was my phone. I told you
every day asking you to talk to someone.
I'm sitting right here. Well, what am I supposed to do? You don't want to talk to me. So what's the issue then? What? You just come over here ranting about me not talking to you. I'm trying to talk to you.
Not above. I know. Above anything. I mean, if I do something here that is regulations, I'm going to order back inside. So, you guys have a good night. I'm sorry that I have to talk short. I appreciate it. Thank you for. Yeah, I know. So, but I got to go back inside. But thank you for your time.
Thank you. So, what are you saying, man?
Oh, gibberish is a cuck.
Well, what does that mean?
Gibberish is?
No clue.
Gibberish? And the Foodster. The conservative board of Reddit. You've never heard of these guys? They're evil, dude. They're downright evil.
Think so?
Yeah. How many viewers do you have right now?
4.4.
I bet you I brought about 500 of those.
Huh?
I bet you I brought about 500 of those.
Did you?
Yeah.
How so?
I don't know. Keep online, bro. Dreadit's recruiting.
I have no clue.
Dreadit? You've never heard of Dreadit?
No, man.
Sapporo Jones, Dreadit? Gibberish? The Foods team?
I probably live under a rock. Yeah, no, not familiar, man. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Harambe, huh?
Harambe? Yeah.
So you have a Harambe mask and you don't get on the internet very much?
I don't. I actually spend a lot of my time just in my life, man. Like until
How
2
much
weeks
did
ago.
this big stick cost you?
This cost me a little bit over $1,000.
How much have you banked?
Huh?
How much have you banked off of this?
Nothing, man. This is not about profit, man. I'm not doing this for money. This money was donated to me from supporters. Yeah.
This is donated to you from supporters?
The money was, and I've been using the money that was donated to me exclusively to buy equipment to do what they donated me to do, right?
So you expect to make no profit on this?
No, I don't
make any money from YouTube.
I don't have that expectation. I'm not on YouTube. I'm currently not on Twitch. I'm exclusively on Facebook Live. Nothing has been monetized.
So you're just gonna let woke steal all of your profits?
No, of course not. Like, I eventually plan to.
You know that guy's probably making about 20 G's a day, right?
I'm sure there's someone profiting off these streams, man. Like, I know it, and I think that I'll eventually come to the point where I'm building an infrastructure that will benefit me as a for my efforts and stuff. But meanwhile, I've been really just focused on getting people access to what's going on. And
so what do you think the problems are? And if you can't hear me, let me know. I have a hearing issue.
What do I think the problems are regarding
realistically, like what's going on right now?
Like out here?
Yeah.
So I think that there's been a long-standing institution that has disproportionately affected black communities, right? Like, and I'm gonna quote this one film called 13th, if you've watched it, by Netflix, where we talk about how policing and criminalization became a form of kind of slavery to minority communities. And it's not like, there's this outright racist individual out there saying, I hate blacks and I'm going to enslave them all through the jail system. I think at this point we've come to a position where now it's a lot more complicated. So now going into specifics, think about the 13th Amendment, right? When the black community was freed from slavery in America, there was this amendment that eventually got passed, which was the 13th Amendment, which was the amendment that outlawed slavery and like indentured servitude and any kind of, but it made an exception, and that exception was an exception made to labor that's given as punishment. So when the 13th Amendment was passed, people realized, we can no longer enslave black people, outright, but we can criminalize them. And then through the 13th Amendment, we could punish them with labor. And so you started having a bunch of black, individuals start to get arrested for what was like really insignificant, like really tiny little offenses, not even drug charges, because we're talking way before the war on drugs, right? We're talking like shortly after, slavery was abolished in America. And so people started getting arrested and they just go back to doing labor because the 13th Amendment allowed for people that were criminals to be arrested for to be given labor as a result of whatever punishment like they were getting. So anyway, then that kind of led to what we have today, and I'm going to skip a lot of information because we could sit here and talk all day. But what we have today are things like for-profit prisons. You know about them, right?
One of them is called GEO. If you're an investor, GEO, ticker GEO. The dividend is pretty high.
Yeah, like they make a shit ton of money, man. Like incarcerating people. It's that one. Yeah. They make a shit ton of money incarcerating people, right, man? So like now there's organizations like ALEC which are lobbying organizations with particular interests, and more specifically corporate interests, on criminalizing people and giving for-profit, prisons more people to hold. Like, there's like minimum sentencing laws, right? Which are complete BS, because there are people that are put in jail for long periods of time against like the discretion of a judge who otherwise wouldn't put them in there, simply because there's a law that says they have to be given a minimum sentence for any particular crime. Also, the 3 strikes law, that was passed, that law too worked to put a lot of people in jail for longer periods of time, right? There's this whole idea that we're going to be tougher on crime, but all of these, criminal activity things were like, crack, with the crack epidemic, where things like, think about like powder cocaine versus crack. I don't know if you know about that, but like crack cocaine, which is pretty much smokable cocaine, like it's just like, it's the same drug, was like 100 times more, like the charges were 100 times more heavy on crack cocaine than powder cocaine. And powder cocaine was more expensive than crack cocaine. And guess who was smoking crack? It was the minority communities who were low income. And so for having the same amount of crack as you would cocaine, you'd get this ridiculously heavy sentence. And now what you're seeing is the poor people that smoke crack because they can't afford cocaine are being put in jail for a really long time.
30 times
for a drug that's essentially up.
I don't recall, but I don't know.
Let me reference loud music in the area.
I do.
30 times though.
The statistics I got were directly from the film 13 on Netflix, or on YouTube. It's free on YouTube too. So, and what do you mean? 138, yeah, 13.
There's why people do
and so like you have laws like, for example, marijuana laws
cocaine
that
is kind of fucked
we're
up,
kind
but it's still more
of guys
natural.
is like, we're gonna go after
still,
people that are smoking pot because pot is making people violent and is making rapists. But really the motive behind it, and we know because one of the staff members that was a staff with the presidency, with the president that criminalized weed. It was either Nixon, I think it was Nixon. No, it's not Trump. Yeah.
Making sure we're not like that.
No, I'm talking historically, right? When weed was criminalized. So we found out that the reason that weed gets criminalized is because now the minorities are the ones smoking weed. You also know that there's more police presence in minority communities, in low-income communities. And so as a black man, if you're carrying weed, you're like 250 times more likely to get arrested for it than if you're white. Part of it is because there's like this over-policing in minority communities, and the reason for that is that there's a belief that minority communities are plagued with drugs and violence, when really what we know is that there's a system of poverty that doesn't allow people to get better. So like if you're some black kid growing up with your parents and your father gets taken to jail, you grew up with your mom who's single and she's working full-time, and now you're raising yourself, right? So like there's this system of poverty that just perpetuates poverty, and I mean we can go into details about that too. But like you're keeping communities under resourced.
It's that white people who do cocaine,
you're over
recreationally, don't go to jail, they go to rehab.
And that ends up being disproportionate, like a community who's getting criminalized and put in a system that's making money from them getting criminalized. And there's a corporation that gets funded by for-profit private prisons, that passes laws that are tougher on crime, but really only end up, making more money for them, getting more people into jail, without it. System of rehabilitation without helping
it's more
people
like,
get better.
sir, do you need help? But then if a black man has it, take him to jail.
Texas is like above 70%. I think it's something like 75%. You go to jail, you're 75% likely to get back into jail.
I heard a lot of that shit.
It's everyone. But like the issue is, you know, the fact that like. You know, there's no system of justice that works to better communities, but instead it works to destroy. Like it very evidently works to keep people from succeeding. Like there's no system in place economically and socially that is helping black communities get to a point where they're doing better. And again, these laws were passed, like marijuana laws, specifically targeting Latino, black communities, minority communities in America.
And then profitable long-term.
No, that's about it, man. You have anything to say?
No. So what do you think Trump does in all this? Why is everybody blaming Trump?
So I think that Trump hasn't done anything to better the situation. Is anything is perpetuating generalizations of communities, has called countries shithole countries, has called Mexicans rapists. You know, and the way he said it. I'll quote you what he said. He said, Mexicans are bringing in rapists, violent people, and some. Yeah, they're saying that Mexicans that are coming over are the rapists. Yeah, I'm Mexican. Yeah. So like, you know, for example, you know, just that statement, like, you know, it's not like he said, you know, there's an issue of violence or there's an immigration. He framed it as there's Mexicans, they're rapists, they're violent, and only some are good people, right? Like, it's really making a huge generalization. And I wrote a whole paper on immigration, man. And the fact is that immigrants are less likely to commit crime than people that live in the United States as citizens. Like, the crime immigrants is significantly lower.
Jerry, you got a haircut.
Immigrant. Immigrants are not criminals, man. Like, actually, immigrant populations commit less crime. And one example is El Paso, being one of the safest cities ever, with one of the largest immigrant populations in the entire country. Like, and
shooting just happened there? Didn't the shooting just happen?
Yeah, a shooting just happened there. And you know what that shooting was? It was a white kid from Dallas that traveled 9 hours from Dallas to shoot Mexicans. That's what happened.
So why would he do that?
Because of the rhetoric that he heard. If you read his manifesto, he felt like, you know, immigrants were invading the country. They were coming in to be criminals and to hurt people. And this is a lot of the rhetoric, you know, that Donald Trump uses when speaking about communities like the Mexican community or the immigrant community.
So do you think that both sides should take some blame here, or do you think it's all one side?
I think that...
And by sides, I mean these immigrant communities slash the African American communities. Do you think that those communities hold something to blame too?
Like, not necessarily. I think that it's best if we all hold each other responsible, right? Or accountable for being the best citizens that we can be. Okay. Because evidently, obviously, right, among communities, among immigrant communities, among black communities, there's always individuals that don't necessarily, you know, reflect the best values or principles. So I think that we all should hold each other accountable for being just and equal, but I think that doesn't take away from the fact that the majority of the blame and the majority of the problem is institutional racism, institutional perpetuation of poverty, like in a complete disregard for people that need help, and for a system that just works to destroy and to not improve communities.
So what do you think about promoting a family and keeping a family? System together so that people who are of certain ethnic backgrounds can have better lives around.
So dude, what's crazy is I've written a research paper about every one of these questions you've asked me, yes. you know, one of the things that our communities lack is better systems that help make up for family environments that may not be ideal for children. Because when you really get that significant gain of your investment in education, is when people are young, right? Like when people are like under the age of 15. That's when you're putting money into their education and where they're going up, you get the biggest return in your investment. That's when children develop cognitive and non-cognitive skills, like, you know, learning to be patient, learning to problem solve. Like, those are the critical years. And so a lot of it is not only going to school and having the right schools, but also having strong family systems that uproot these individuals. And not all family systems are solid, but that's why, you know, it's kind of like our societal responsibility to make up for the weakest link, for the people that are under-resourced, the families that don't have the ability.
How do you think that's providing monetary value to families, such as the ones that we're basically conducting these protests for? How do you think that us giving them money is going to help them have better?
In a lot of ways, man, because a lot of the reason that some of these kids grow up not having the opportunity to succeed is because their parents didn't make enough money to focus on their well-being. Like, you know, it's definitely a lack of resources, man, because if you are worried about what you're going to eat tomorrow, you know, like, you can't start thinking about, oh, my child needs a private tutor, or you can't start thinking like, oh, I need to sit down with my child and pay attention to him, because you're busy working 5-6 jobs and your child is pretty much raising himself. And it's in the critical years that your child needs proper guidance, and he needs attention, that he needs love, that he needs somebody to be there for him. And giving a monetary resources and all kinds of, not just monetary resources, right, but all kinds of resources, pulls pressure away from the family, like the parents, and allows them to focus on the betterment of their children and themselves.
So how do you think we should focus on keeping fathers in the home instead of having them run away?
I think we need to stop putting people in jail for stupid crimes. Like, I think we need to stop mass incarceration. Like, we incarcerate people just because we're mad at them. Like, we're not at a point where we're incarcerating people that are a danger to society. Because some people are sitting in jail because they smoke weed, man, and they're not a danger to themselves or to society. There are people sitting in jail for unpaid traffic citations.
I think everybody agrees with that.
But everybody agrees, but the system is still functions that way, you know?
So do you think that these protests are the right way to get anything changed?
I think that, yeah, I think that, you know, speaking up and making your voice heard, like, and making it in a way, a protest is a disruption, right? An inconvenience to regular society. And I feel like there's long-standing academic papers in academia that have said we have a problem with mass incarceration. We have a problem. With racism. We have an issue with under-resourced education. educational facilities. We have an issue with neglected minority communities, and nobody's listening, man. There's no significant, tangible.
$16.12. Copy for 2.
Change going on, and so I think that at this point, the academics can't bring the attention these fields. All this evidence isn't working, then we got to come out and disrupt. Society
so do you
to
think
be heard.
that, for example, if there was a car here, do you think setting a car on fire is an appropriate way to demonstrate that we're mad?
I think that we're not. Neither of us are in a position to tell someone.
Radio raising the unit driving 34216.
$16.20 ready.
Go ahead.
Pull this man's call in at the 12 and show us back en route to 2245 Sutton.
Okay.